our DM rolled a 100, and he just stuffed his fingers into the monster manual, and he said just pick a number between 1 and 3, which is the 3 fingers he shoved in. Out of context, probably not something you want to walk into, but I don't have roommates, they don't hear this.
Always pick one in that situation, just in case.
I actually
You never
picked
know.
3. I got bold. I picked 3. He came back as a gold dragon. A young gold dragon. We were like, uh-oh. So this dwarf wizard exploded into a fucking dragon on the table where we had him. So we were just like, oh god, it's a dragon! We ran out. And he became
running away is always an option.
Yep. Well, we figured he kind of had problems with turning into a giant lizard for a while. And the problems were him spazzing out and fucking shooting fire everywhere. So it's a good thing we got out of the building that he burned down.
What are the rules for running away in Pathfinder?
Go faster than the person behind you.
Go faster than the person behind you. That's exactly
Fair point, but like I wonder, like, is there like a
there's
like a rubric
there are
for how long they'll pursue
rules,
you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a different style of combat.
It's the running, acrobatics, jumping over crap, right? Or like in like forest situations.
Yep.
I think your narrative situation would also kind of determine, you know, because if you were attacking a keep or something like that, they would have like no need to chase you, so you just have to get outside their arrow fire or something like
Or
that.
catapults or some crap.
Or worse, catapults. Yeah.
I will watch that later.
Yes.
Do I need to watch this, Walker? Am I gonna learn anything?
Yes, you will. You should watch it later.
Grammar Nazi!
That seems wrong, but I'll try it anyway.
Wait.
Later.
What?
But it's like now later.
It seems
It's a
unlikely
colloquial.
that I'll learn anything that I don't already know from this video.
Oh, you will actually very likely learn something that you don't already know, since I do know that you are kind of
I literally
annoyed.
am not going to learn anything from this video.
I felt that.
So what you're saying is there is a lesson to be learned, but you will not learn it.
I literally will not learn this lesson on literally.
Figuratively.
I mean that figuratively.
Anyway, can somebody please check their spreadsheet and tell me what experience you have? So double check my numbers.
10,021. We did not gain experience, I think, at the end of last.
Oh, did I not tell you your experience?
I
From
don't
the
think
hag?
so.
I don't think so.
From the hag and all of that shit, you get 1,100 each. It should bring you to 11,121.
11121.
Yeah, I have a little bit of brain fart reading that. So last time, you guys solved the mystery of the serial killer, killed a hag, brought her head, I think, to the council,
Mm-hmm.
and threw it on the table. Zanessa looked rather disturbed / relieved, and you discovered that she was a changeling, or at least you surmised that she was a changeling. I think we left off with you guys in the council chambers.
I think we had pretty much. I think we left the council chambers. We had spoken to her, and I had basically told them like what we figured out, and mentioned that we had killed the hag, and that the changeling that was being called by the hag would now be safe and would be free to live out his or her, well, I guess it'd be her, live out her life in safety and use her powers for good. And I sort of obliquely kind of like gave like a pointed look to the girl or the lady.
The knowingly raise of an
Vanessa?
eyebrow in her direction.
So Nessa, yeah, and she was like grateful, and then I went in and told them to send all their churlish youths to
You did.
that asshole in
Yes.
Nantes Village.
Yep, you did indeed.
I think that's where we left.
Yep.
I think we wanted to also go to the halfling wizard. There's like a halfling wizard here who has a magic shop. Didn't we want to do like enchantments before we left? If we had the money?
I'm not sure what your plans were.
Oh yeah, we
It
did want
has
to
been a
do
while.
shopping. We wanted to do shopping. And I believe the reason why we wanted to do shopping was there was stuff in the bag that we wanted to get rid of, and we
Yes.
had a decent amount of gold individually. So, time for shopping.
We sold all those suits of masterwork studded armor, right? Like, cause that's still in my equipment.
I don't have that in the bag, so I'm assuming we did.
Probably, yeah. Okay, that's in my other items. Hang on.
I have a stash of human bones in my inventory. Why did I pick this up? What is wrong with me? I'm gonna
When
assume
did
that I
you pick that
didn't
up?
bring the stash of human bones.
We got gold from the witch's house, right?
200 gold apiece from.
Okay,
Sounds
I got
right.
that. Okay.
Didn't we have something that we were gonna sell? I think there was an item that I
The
was gonna
eyes.
take. No, there was another one. There was something that I was.
There's a
I was
+1
gonna
short
take-
sword.
Yeah, the +1 short sword.
Did you want that?
Yeah. Okay. No, I wanted to
Sell it and use it to pay
yeah, I
for
wanted to
upgrading yours.
to upgrade my sword to a +1. However, I decided like I know you were putting it in the bag, and I think that probably the fairest thing is to just like divvy up our shared whatever you call that little gold thing, and just that will put me over the point where I can get my sword upgraded.
Okay. Well, let's see how much all the stuff I have sells for. I have a scroll of magic missile. I don't think anyone can use that, right?
Don't think so.
No.
Got a
If anybody
I don't
has
think
pretty
I
high
would want
use
to
magic
either.
device check.
short sword +1. We've got 3 silver ingots to sell. A magnifying glass.
Did we get the rest of those eyes?
You
We
don't
only have like
for a
3,
full
I
set.
think. Yeah.
We have 3. One of them we know is crushed, and the 5th one we have no idea where it is. Well, we have 3.
Full
one
set
of
is
them,
5.
Full set is 5. One of them is crushed. One of them is cracked. 2 of them are functional, and we don't know what the 5th one is.
That's correct.
Okay.
We could probably sell them though, if we don't want to keep them.
The question, I guess, will be if we figure that they're going to be useful later.
I mean,
More
you get your
useful
own
than
spy
the
camera.
gold.
I feel like that's pretty decent.
Yeah, I want to keep them. Like, there might be I doubt that we'll find the rest of the eyes, but it could be useful to have a possibility of like hiding one of those somewhere and then leaving and then checking back on it later, in case we need to peep on some fools.
Potentially combo with an alarm spell. Perhaps.
I don't.
How would you combat with an alarm spell?
Alarm
I
goes
guess
off, you lift the eye
then you
up
check
and
the
look
eye.
at the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I no longer have that alarm stone in my bag. Did we ever sell that? I don't remember. Yes, we did.
We put it
Okay.
on the door. We put it on her
Nope,
door.
we sold it.
Did we sell it?
Yeah, I got a note over here.
Oh, I have a note here. It says your note's wrong, and we did not sell it. Havelock stole it
Well,
and kept it safe.
gotcha. Okay. I have a small wooden box containing brass weights. I don't know if that's worth anything. Also, a jar of pickled garlic cloves. What the fuck am I putting in this bag? I feel like
Pickled
I
garlic.
feel like
I
I'm
also have
drunk
pickled
and writing
garlic.
down stuff. Like,
No, I also have the pickled garlic. I remember we found that somewhere in Harrowstone. We were like, there's vampires.
oh, I guess
We
it
never
actually
ran
is
into 'em.
useful against vampires.
I mean,
We'll keep.
it actually happened.
We live in Usla.
Balls.
Oh my god. You just have like a fucking like old like cafeteria storage closet in your bag.
I feel
My
like a jar of
cafeteria has
pickled
pickled garlic.
cloves is like not that uncommon. Like you'd want, like it's food. You could always eat it.
Yeah, but
Ugh.
like
It's good for your
human
brain.
No,
skeleton,
it is
Mhm.
not.
you know,
I got rid of those. I got rid of the
garlic
got rid of all the
cloves.
bones.
I'm like expecting you to have like a mop and a bucket.
Okay, well, I look up how much I can sell this short sword for. Just how does selling how do
It would-
scrolls
It would
cost?
be. Oh, it's according to the spell.
Yeah,
Magic missile. It's a level 1 spell. Wouldn't be very much then.
correct. I believe level 1 spells for 25 gold scrolls, so you'd sell it for 12 and a half.
Right.
So 12.
Yes, that is correct. 12 and a half. 12.5. I want that 0.5
mean-
gold.
Yeah, if you want your 50 silver, that's fine.
Yeah, it's 50 silver.
Actually, no, it's
It's
5
not-
silver.
that's
It's
low.
5 silver.
Oh yeah, 5. Everything's in tens.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
That is strange.
What the fuck? How much does a short sword cost? This is not even on the weapons sheet.
It'll be roughly 1,000. It's 2,000 total for any +1 item, and short swords tend to be like, what, 12 gold or 15 gold or something?
Okay, so we'll just say that
it's not-
sells for 1,000.
It's yeah, it's almost, it's very negligible.
Well,
Pathfinder scroll cost calculator.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
cool.
Scroll of magic missile. Put it in.
Yeah, it's 25 gold. You just
Okay.
select the class, spell level, and
Gotcha.
I don't know why it says material, but and the quantity.
We have a broken scythe. Did we want to sell that?
Oh yeah, that's the flying scythe that tried to kill us.
Can we fix it?
I wouldn't recommend it. Probably if it came back to life and tried to kill us again. It was a construct, right? We found out it wasn't really it was a haunt, but I don't know if it had a ghost or if it was just itself enchanted.
I think it had. I would be pretty willing to wager that in Harrowstone, it was a ghost. It'd be a
Okay.
hell of a thing if it was an enchanted magical item
Yeah, but like if we-
nested in a pool of ghosts. That would just be a mind fucker.
yeah, and then you fucking bring it back to life and immediately starts killing people in town.
Was
There's
there
another
anything
murder.
special about that scythe? Tharp?
Nope.
It was just
Just
No,
a
it's-
regular
it's a
old
scythe.
scythe.
Yeah,
fuck
sir.
it then.
Spook 'em.
Basically garbage.
that.
I
scythe
mean, it
doesn't
looks
sell for much.
creepy. It's all
Yeah, but it's
black
like-
and
If
weird looking.
we fixed it and sold it, that would be a whole 9 gold.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
not
we've
much.
got a cleric. She could just do mending and fix it.
Yep.
That's free 9 gold.
I'm adding it to the list.
So thinking about what I should have as a weapon enchantment, given that Ghost Touch it cannot be put on, a ranged weapon because it would have to go on the bullets. You could put Flaming. Apparently, the description for Flaming is the weapon is sheathed in flame until another command is given. Probably shouldn't have a flame surround my gun filled with black powder.
You're probably best off just buying
Yeah.
magic, like making magic bullets somehow.
Well, I also should have the +1 enhancement.
Are you talking about getting flaming guns?
Yeah.
That doesn't make your gun flaming, it makes the projectile flaming. Just like a flaming bow would.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just the way it's worded in the PFSRD.
Yeah, because it's a melee weapon enchant.
Yeah, like a sword. It's just funny that they didn't specify.
There's
the-
separate
You know-
wording for ranged weapons.
Yeah. But what would be really hilarious is every time you enchanted a ranged weapon with flaming, it was totally useless at that point because it would just be on fire.
Yeah.
Completely fucking. It's just garbage, and that's how the game was designed. And that's just enforce that rule.
Basically, fuck
You
gunslingers
can't-
is
you
what
can't-
Take burning
can't
damage every
enchant
time you
ranged
use your
weapons
fucking.
because
You can,
just-
you can, but it will kill you if you pick it up. But you can totally do it.
just do it on a crossbow. That way you can set it on the ground and aim it like a ballista.
That's a good point.
Okay, so if we sell all the stuff that I
There's the
have
engineer.
to sell, and we split it, we are how many people? We're 4,
5.
5.
Zoo, me, you, Travis,
Yes,
Ilix.
5. Okay, so if we split it 5 ways, then we each get 230 gold.
Hey,
Hey.
fucking rolling
Giddy.
that.
All right.
There's a cat.
Can I go back to that halfling fellow
Sure.
and ask him how much it would cost to if he could make my my masterwork greatsword a +1 greatsword?
He says, "Oh yes, I believe that will be within my abilities."
Go
Hell
ahead.
yeah. You're a very savvy fellow.
Oh, thank you.
What are you doing in a podunk backwater racist village like this?
She's like, I love this town.
Making lots of money. He
Oh, fair
like
enough.
throws his hands up and does like jazz hands while he carries your sword into the back.
We never agreed on a fee.
That's a good point. He just has the sword.
It's whatever the cost is, son.
It's like 2,000. This was what I had. Oh, minus the cost of the masterwork, so
Yeah,
it'd be like 1,700.
Yeah.
I am going to get my longbow upgraded to masterwork.
Limning would be fucking awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Anything within reason that you guys want, you can have.
Yo, Tanner. Or not Tanner,
Yar.
sorry. Not Smitty.
Hmm?
There you go. It's literally for the Inquisitor.
Huh.
Doesn't seem very good.
Yeah, the only thing that... Yeah.
That's not an added bonus. What does the judgment do? Isn't that just straight damage?
No, Judgment is
Ah.
a flexible ability that you can use it to modify your to-hit. It's basically a flexible buff that you can put into like 10 different things.
But
you can
all
only
this
have
does is
running
increases your CMD and perception.
Yeah, that's the
it's
issue with this
chunky.
one. It looks cool, like, but the issue is that, yeah.
That's a very expensive CMD bonus.
Yeah, or perception bonus. CMD is kind of nice, but if it was like CMB and CMD, it might be possible. It might potentially be worth it.
I thought it was also maybe like you could also do it, swap it to the +1 to hit, because it'd be a +3 by the end of the 3rd round.
No, this doesn't increase your judgment ability. It only increases.
It actually just
It
moves
increases
your judgment ability
yeah.
to another stat.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
No.
Well, not
It adds
moves,
it to
but
another
copies.
It looks like it grants it in
Yeah.
addition to your whatever your judgment is. But yeah, it doesn't. If it increased your judgment bonus, now that would be a worthwhile.
Yeah,
that'd be a
that's how
worthwhile
I read
enchantment.
it first.
Yeah, that
because I
would be
just saw,
fucking dope.
because that would be a +3 to hit, like after only 3 rounds. That's pretty good at our level.
Yeah, I could see you reading that second sentence as
Yeah.
what you originally thought it was, because it kind of
Well, because I'm not
seems worded
fully,
that way, but
I'm not fully aware of the what Inquisitors do.
yeah.
So it was just kind of like, oh, that seems neat.
Yeah, they included a lot of like Inquisitor only spells and little things they just kind of sprinkled in, but none of them are really very good. Is the issue?
Yeah. Well, anyway, the little halfling comes back with your sword, and it looks particularly shiny now. It has a faint, very, very faint, like almost like a blue glow.
So there's only one other thing. I'm probably gonna get flaming on the gun, but there's one called, and you can just teleport it into your hand and make an attack as long as it's within 100 feet. Could you imagine if I just do the finger gun at someone and then just shoot them?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Wait, say that again?
Well, like basically, it teleports the weapon into your hand, even if it's up to 100 feet away. So like, I would just point at them like finger guns, and then go bang, and then put the gun in my finger, and just as that happens, and just blow them away.
Sounds like there's a glove item called the Glove of Storing that I'm looking
you
at for
serious?
my swashbuckler.
Cool.
You just say an incantation or snap your fingers, and whatever you're holding in the hand that the
Oh
glove
right,
is in
it's tiny, right?
it becomes a part. It becomes super tiny and a part of the glove. So as long
Right.
as you're wearing the glove, you can bring it back.
Isn't it? There's a limit to the storing though, because I remember someone was like, "I'm gonna put a ballista in there." It was like, no.
Yeah, it's got to be something that's handheld.
Yeah.
I think. But like any
If you're strong
weapon,
enough, it is.
but like your gun,
Yeah.
you could just like make the trigger word bang and have that in your glove. Just bang, and the gun appears in your hand and you fire it.
What movie was that?
So
where the guys
anyway,
like,
If you guys want anything else from the shop,
That was
You know.
Goodbye.
no, it's just a scene I remember from a movie that was much like that.
I will
I'm gonna
say
get flaming.
that I need to rest in this town at least one more day before we head on to the next town. But I should be
Fine
good
with
after that.
okay.
I'll still have a -1 dex, but I need to recover at least one more dex before we leave town.
Zuzu, did you have any shopping you wanted to do?
Everything is too expensive.
Oh, that's right. You guys are heading to Lepidstadt because you don't have any money.
Yeah. We get all our money when we arrive there.
I mean, I still have like 430 gold, even after upgrading.
I think my
Great sword.
cheapest item costs like 4,000.
Yeah, my real good shit, like all the other
Yeah, I'm
magical shit
saving
I
up for
want
my
to get.
fucking monk's robes.
Amulet of Natural Armor or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Perhaps when you next come through.
None of us
Do you
can
have
hear
a deck
Zuzu.
of
I don't
many
know,
things?
I don't know if she's
No.
actually talking to us.
I do
Oh,
not
yeah,
hear
I
you,
don't
Zoo.
hear her at all.
No.
Ba-da-ba-ba-dum.
But
Is Masterwork grants an inherent +1 to attack, right? Not damage, just to attack.
yes.
Right.
Okay. So, oh no, because that would be. Where do you add the +1 for Masterwork? Is that automatically equated in if you check the
If
box?
you check
Check
the
the box,
masterwork
yeah.
box, then
Mhm.
it automatically gets at it.
I'm not seeing that though. Hang on, I'll try again.
I usually just manually input the numbers based on my YPCG.
Yeah, I'm noticing the Masterwork isn't changing the roll. They're both +9. When it should be +10 now.
Can you refresh?
We can hear
Yeah,
you
I'll try
now.
Sometimes,
Yes.
yes, we can hear you now. Sometimes, Travis, in the attacks, it won't update properly until you change like the damage modifier from like strength back to something else or dex,
I'll try that then.
and then like switch it back. It's weird.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, the damage ability or the attack type, if you change that and then change it back, it usually fixes things.
Yeah, we can. No. Weird.
You guys all done at the shop?
I'm done.
Yeah, I was gonna get flaming on this gun here. And that's about it.
You need a +1 base before you can make it flaming.
How much is...
You can't just get flaming. So
I think it's like
a
2K.
total of a +2 weapon at that point.
Shit.
Is it really?
Yeah, because you have to have +1 as a start, and then you can put flaming on it.
Has to already be magical, I guess.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I think the only exception to that are like rings and rings and amulets.
Well, there's only 3 things in the ranged weapon ability that you can just buy, so I guess I'll just get the +1 bonus for now.
Okay. He can do that. Yeah, because getting flaming or keen and all that stuff is pretty pricey.
So it would just cost 2,000 total? Because I mean, if I got a +1 base, everything is like, it doesn't really show a price anywhere.
Yes.
It just says +1 bonus.
Yeah, +1 bonus would be 2,000 gold, I believe.
Well, I'm close. Maybe you'd like to buy a gun.
See, so to get flaming on that as well would be 8 grand.
What? Man.
Yes.
Because it becomes a +2 weapon.
Right.
It's not
You have to
actually
stack
+2,
multiple.
but like flaming has a +1. What do you want to call it? It's +1. It's considered a +1 bonus, and there's certain slots on a weapon that you can use. I think there's 10 total, so you can have a max of +10 weapon or +5 with 5 abilities. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just, man, that is pricey.
Yeah, it increases exponentially. So
Yeah. So it'd be six grand more to get.
so now that you're gonna make your weapon a +1,
next.
after that, then it's only 6 grand to make
Right.
it
So
the
it'd
flaming.
be 2,000 to get your +1, and then 6,000 more to get to your second one.
Correct. And you need somebody who's high enough level crafter to do it.
Right. Which I would imagine would probably. I'm surprised that this halfling is so accomplished he can do even a single one.
Yeah, +1's. It's not that bad.
Yeah. But he did know how to do all the shit with our seeing eyes and stuff, so that guy he knows what's up.
He's well studied, but he did go to the University of Lepidstadt. So.
It's true.
Is that supposedly the best university in Uzlov?
It is.
Is it the best university in the world?
I'm gonna need knowledge checks if you want me to tell you more about the University of Lepidstadt.
Well, here's the issue.
Unless you want to ask him, then yeah.
What's your name, sir?
Oh shit, what was his name?
I don't have it written down. You're safe to make up a name.
I don't think we ever got his name.
Well, Well, then henceforth his name is Benny.
That is a fucking lie. Your name is Toddley. What are you hiding? What the fuck are you hiding, Toddley?
Detect evil.
Detective on Toddley. I want my gold back. This isn't a +1 sword. You just wrapped it in aluminum foil.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wait, how much gold do you have, Zoo? I thought you had more than that. We were splitting it up. Yeah.
Well,
You
that
should
is
have
wrong.
more than that.
Yeah, you definitely have. That's totally wrong. You should have roughly equivalent
You should have
to
at
the
least
rest of the party.
430 just from last session and this session.
Yeah.
So plus whatever you had before.
Well, okay, so here's how I. You might be short on gold in my game. You probably are, but I think you should have more than 430 in that game even, I would think. I had 2,100 before, and I hadn't really bought anything yet. And my assumption, I don't recall like me specifically getting any individual large sum of gold that you guys didn't receive. I'm pretty sure we pretty much split everything. So if you also haven't purchased anything big, I would assume you also have roughly 2,100 gold.
Yeah, a lot of my money has gone into bullets and firearm stuff. So like, I only had like I think 1,300. Then this edition got me up to like 16.
All I've really done is bought like rounds of drinks or food.
Yeah, and that's
So,
only like 2 gold.
Yeah, we're talking like maybe a grand total of like we did pay the Pharasman people for some stuff, but still
But that
I
was
would
only
think
like
like
40 gold.
yeah,
was
at
not a lot.
most at the absolute outside I would have spent about 100 gold in the game so far. I really
High roller!
But anyways, Zoo, I would write down that number, write down 2,000, and moving forward, be very careful keeping track of your gold.
I would also, if you can, keep 2 different sheets for your characters. I don't know if you're do you have sheets for your individual characters, or are you just like...
She does, but she also has a bunch of notepad pages.
And they're all just... Yeah, there's
just
no
kinda
way to
scattered
keep track of it. Right.
Paper clips. Get paper clips and paperclip your notes from each game to the sheets for your characters in those games.
If you want a prohibitively expensive option, get a gaming PC, get 2 monitors, and then just keep 2 different Google Docs of your characters and just bring up whichever one you want to be kind of running on in your secondary monitor while you play. Nice. Yeah. I can hear Chris when you talk. Makes sense. Kitty.
Anyways,
He's informing you of
All
his
right.
discontent with me.
is
Not
that
enough
I'm
attention.
not giving him enough attention.
Mm-hmm. I know that, man.
I
Did
know
Alex
that
buy
meow.
anything fun?
He wants me to go into the other room with him, but now I put him in my arms and now he's crawling up onto the back of my chair. No, I want attention
You
in
have
the
not-
other room.
Yeah, you have not gone to the designated attention zone.
Yes,
It's
That's the
imperative to
problem
jump
right
in the other
there.
room.
out into the hall. Yeah.
And then even if you clearly marked the designated attention zone, he'd just move it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so you're asking Benny here about his university. Is that what's going on?
Yes. Benny.
Benny,
Is Lepidstadt would you say that that's the best university in the world?
well, I don't know about the world, but certainly in Ustalat.
All right. That was idle curiosity, Benny. I know it sounded like I was pursuing a line of questioning there. Not really. It was less of a line and more of a dot. Anyway, you were cool,
all right.
dude. Thanks for helping us out.
Yeah, no, anytime. You'll
Love
have to
your
come
voice.
back through and let me know what happens with the trial.
Oh, yeah. The trial. We're coming back through. Yeah, that might happen. Or we could all be dead.
Oh, well,
That might also...
why would that? Oh my.
Very, very dangerous line of work, Benny.
Attending
I'm an inquisitor.
public trials?
Not that in particular. But, we get into all kinds of mischief with this crew.
I see.
We stopped on our way to... We stopped on our way to solve a murder to solve a murder. You see what I'm getting at, Benny?
What murder do you have to solve?
Well, the Professor Lauren Moore, he was murdered by the Whispering Way, and we're sort of like obliquely investigating those connections.
And this is after like a near month-long journey into the most haunted part of Ustalov.
Yeah,
so we think.
we solved Harrowstone. You heard of Harrowstone?
Oh, the old prison. Yeah, I've heard of Harrowstone.
Yeah, Harrowstone. It full of ghosts, just full of them. Just
Oh,
full,
my.
up to the
not
brim.
anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah. Yeah, not anymore. We fought it out with all the ghosts.
Yeah, you really busted them up in there.
We did.
Yeah, I point to Zenith, and she completely destroyed one by herself. It was amazing.
She did. And then my buddy got tossed in an oven.
Plea just shudders the pot and goes into.
I mean,
a
you
fit
got
of-
tossed into a invisible iron
Plea is
maiden.
very triggered by this and just like goes and cuddles in the corner. Like,
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. Hopefully, this +1 sword. I mean, this. What do they call them in the world? They don't call them +1.
Enhanced?
Enhanced?
No, you just call it a magical sword, or you might.
Yeah.
magically enhanced sword,
Hopefully my
Enchantment.
newly magical
enchanted sword.
Yeah, my enchanted sword that you've enchanted with this aluminum foil will
It's got a little radar on
It's
it.
will make
That's
us a
how
little
you
more
hear the voices.
survivable.
Excuse me, my boy. I believe it's pronounced aluminium.
I fucking knew it. God damn it! I was gonna do that joke
Even though the
next.
Brits spell it that way, they don't say it that way.
Yeah.
I turned. The plan is still on the table.
The
Fucking-
plan.
Yeah. That third plan, in case we couldn't find out anything. The bombs.
Blow everything up.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're bombs.
The
from a
perennial
bomb
third
factory.
plan. Yeah, perennial. Lock the door. Burn this bitch down. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I certainly hope that the enhanced weapons work for you. Sounds like you get into a lot of hairy situations. I'm glad I don't have that line of work.
Nope. You just
Yeah,
make money.
You could probably retire now off of like what we just gave you.
Oh no, there's
Oh no, I
money
have
made.
to buy inventory, young man.
A lot of inventory. All right, man. Benny, thanks for all your help. And I think we're gonna go rest for one more day, and then we're gonna get out of your hair. Enjoy your newly safe town that we saved.
Thank you.
He didn't
You're
know
welcome.
that.
That's fine.
You guys literally just did it like an hour ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll probably be like, "What is he talking about?" The
I
fucking
feel
man,
like-
and then, like
I feel like though Havelock is the kind of guy that would like after saving a town go around and tell every single person
Yeah.
that he comes across
Well,
on the
he's
street.
not telling anyone though.
But
He's
I
just assuming everyone already knows.
Exactly.
Like my reputation
5 minutes.
precedes me faster than
I'm just-
communication happens.
Yeah, I'm not bragging. I'm just like it's just a true fact. Like I'm not like bragging about it, and I'm not assuming people know it necessarily. I'm just mentioning it.
we know it.
Like it's just a thing. Like it just happened.
Stop making heroism a thing.
God.
Jeez. Okay. Just outside the magical shop, when you guys are admiring your weapons, you find Zanessa standing on the street.
I approach and bow.
I guess it'd be this street here. I don't know. River House is
No,
the
the
courthouse.
magical shop is. Right
Yeah,
there.
you're right.
It was,
Magic shop.
yeah, it was right there. But that's
Was it?
fine. Yeah.
Was
I
it?
remember
No,
because
we're good.
I thought it was
Eh.
funny because you put it directly across the street from the camps from the
Oh,
housing
yeah.
site that we were, and I was like, oh, I was like, that's convenient. It's like
Sure.
right next to the
Yeah,
to the murder
I mean,
site.
it doesn't really matter. Any one of these fucking
Mhm.
buildings can be at the magic shop. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's out there on the street, and she looks sort of like she's trying to figure out what to say to you guys. And she just says, "Thanks for not turning me in."
No problem. Well, it wasn't a problem for us to avoid putting you in the way of
ignorance and superstition.
We've had enough of that.
Says
in
the
past few
purveyor
months.
of ignorance and superstition.
Yeah, trust me, I know a lot about ignorance and superstition. Hashtag make Uslav great again.
Jesus.
Didn't have to put you in the middle of that. But I'm also like an expert on undead shit and like
Yeah.
I mean-
the joke only works because we live in a world where all this is nonsense, and Inquisitors
Yeah.
were about superstition and ignorance.
Yeah. That's
fair
Anyway.
point actually.
We'll find a witch. May we burn her.
Yeah,
And
I'm
if she
having a rough
weighs
time.
as much as a duck, then she's a witch.
Yeah, she's a witch.
It is kind of strange that, like, in our universe, like the real world, Inquisitors were entirely based off of crap. But, like, in a world where that stuff
Yeah.
exists,
Right.
like, that's a
that was
legitimate job.
that's the weird thing to balance for me, because like Inquisitors, everything that their work is actually important and actually is like real and leads to like meaningful contributions to society.
Mm-hmm.
Instead
So-
of just burn more people.
Yeah,
That'll
that's
solve
the.
everything.
I'm trying to like balance both roles a bit,
Fair enough.
but it's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's not like she's ever done anything that evil. So there's no
Yeah.
point getting, like you said, getting her rolled up into a whole thing when she's been strong enough to fight it this entire time.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna mention that. I'll approach
Yeah.
Zanessa and I'll say, I have to say, I've been wandering this land for years, and this isn't the first situation similar to this that I've run into. I'm surprised and frankly a little impressed that you were able to resist the hag for so long.
Well, I wasn't really sure what it was at first. I wish I could say it was personal strength, but thank you. I wanted to give you all this. She hands you a red velvet coin purse. And it jingles a little.
Ooh. Not the coin purse I was hoping for, but, well, I'll settle
You
for
were
it.
hoping she would hand you what now?
Vagina.
Why are there two Zenesses on the map?
God damn.
And somebody
Dude.
type
It's
Zoom, please
incapable.
delete this.
Oh man.
That's funny shit.
She's multi. It's Zootosis.
And inside of the bag, if you take the time to count it later, you will
Yes.
find 500 gold pieces.
Oh, buddy.
So 100 each.
Yes.
Nice. I'll do a little bow to Zanessa and say, I hope you don't mind that we had to poke into your family's affairs a bit to accomplish this, but I think you'll agree that the end justified the means.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same for everything I've had to do.
Everything you've had to do.
Vague.
Yeah, don't worry about
Um,
it. Just make sure that you keep putting good in the world. You
Can I tell?
You can tell that she is bothered by something that she's done, or maybe a series of things she's done, and she's not wanting to talk about it.
Yeah, I can sense that. Why? Oh, that's yours. Shit, I was like, why did my diplomacy take a dump? I'm gonna say, would you care to get a drink with us? And there's still a few threads in this story that we haven't fully fleshed out. I wonder if you might be able to illuminate some of them for us. Well,
She's already friendly, so. You know what? That actually sounds nice. I could use a drink.
To the magical toad or frog or whatever. Do you like wooden menus?
This is the wrong city for that.
No, this is it.
Oh,
This is it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Shit, man.
We pay him a lot of money. He still has wooden menus.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to send you a Snapchat while we were in Germany because one of the restaurants had fucking wooden menus. So fuck
Nice.
you.
I mean,
Granted, they were pieces of paper attached to wooden planks, but still. It's pretty close.
Pretty sure that that's a point in my bucket for that for that argument, sir.
You're right.
It's just a clipboard is what you're describing.
Just no clip, though. Anyway, so you guys head over to, I think it's actually Lucky Toad.
The Lucky Toad? That sounds right.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, you guys get in there. You drink at the bar, or your little private back room area, or what's your deal?
I would say, yeah, can we get into the back room area and order
Yeah.
some drinks from our friendly barman?
Of course. He spends a lot more time back there than he does with his other clients. He checks with you guys a lot because you've spoiled him rotten.
Mm-hmm.
So he waits on your every need, and Zanessa seems pretty impressed.
Yeah, we've basically like paid for this guy's like
Yeah.
everything for a while.
I'm just like chilling back here. Like this is the fucking VIP room to me. This is the champagne room. Like I
Yeah.
got my feet up on the table.
Sure.
I'm fucking chilling. Zanessa, we've investigated a lot of sides of this case, and it led us to the culprit, of course. But I wasn't fully able to unravel exactly how your family came upon such hard times. It seems that some part of this hag's curse has been with your family for many years. I'm curious if you could tell us your story.
You think my father's hardship was the hag's doing as well?
Oh yeah.
Well, can I do a religion check to see if that's even possible?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I will assist.
I think you could just take a 10 on it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll just take a 10 on it then.
Yeah, you know that there are certainly curses that would be within an evil spellcaster's wheelhouse to like make someone's livestock sick or their crops wilt, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, isn't
Zanessa, let me explain to you that there are certainly evil curses within Hag's wheelhouse that could cause livestock to become sick or whatever, everything else you just said.
Oh. Well, have you seen my father? Is he well?
well enough. He aches because that's just what happens with age.
Yeah, we saw him. I don't know that I could exactly say that we parted on the greatest of terms. Things started out pretty well. The hag controlled him, kind of charmed him into attempting to
To
retrieve.
save you from explaining this, we did already explain everything that happened to her father
Oh, yeah.
in the council chambers.
Oh yeah.
I don't think in detail. I think it's just we said we left on bad terms.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd explain in detail how that encounter went down.
She thanks you for being a little more discreet, talking to her here instead of in front of her fellow council members. She seems pretty shocked and worried about her father since she got mind controlled.
Well, it wasn't a full-on mind control. He didn't attack us or anything. I had to put him in a full Nelson. But he wasn't a danger to us or himself, and I'm certain that at this point, now that the hag has been dealt with, he'll return to his fine form once again. I would also hazard a guess that you'll find your lands to be more fertile and your livestock to fare much better in the future if you decide to continue to develop their farm. What do you call it? The estate?
Yeah.
Estate, I guess.
Yeah, I guess estate would be right.
Well, after your defeat of the hag, I think that I will probably sell my father's land here and see about hiring some hands to help him out.
That seems like a wise decision.
So you'll be heading north tomorrow, then?
Yep.
Yes, on our way to Lepidstadt.
Ah, the trial of the beast.
Yes, we've heard a lot about it. I'm not sure we've gotten any firm details exactly, but it's supposed to be a big attraction.
The beast is a bit of a boogeyman around here. People like to blame him for all manner of crimes that might have been him, maybe not. I'm sure that bandits would love to blame their murders on a superstitious beast.
What sort of beast is this supposed to be?
She sort of raises an eyebrow. You haven't heard?
I
You
don't
must be
believe
from
so.
quite far from here.
I'm from here, Ustalav. I'm just a very unintelligent fellow.
It's just very honest.
He's quite busy.
I'm super biz.
He doesn't have time for the occupations of the mob.
What
I
she
would
said.
ask how long the beast has been about his business. Like how long he's been a boogeyman.
I'll have to look up that information. I don't have that off the top of my head.
Order of magnitudes, though, like a month, a few weeks, several years,
Several
a couple decades.
years.
Okay.
It's a superstition at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the fucking boogeyman.
Let's see.
I don't need exact details. A couple years is more than enough information for what I asked.
She sort of leans forward and cups her drink between her thighs, and she says, "They say that he's a large tower of a man who is stitched together from the corpses of other people and beasts."
What the what?
What kind of knowledge would I roll to see if I understand what kind of creature this might
Hopefully
be?
not religion.
Have you heard of the Frankenstein family?
No, I can't say that I have.
That's not a serious question.
No, neither
Quick,
of
Sue,
you
save the
are.
day.
Neither of you are aware of anything that would correspond to this. This is definitely outside of anything you've been exposed to in your travels.
Is it outside of anything that a knowledge check would?
I
Would
think
cover.
it's probably impossible for your characters to surmise.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless you roll a nat 20.
Well, that's a fair point. Like, Frankenstein is a unique creature. Frankenstein's monster is a unique creature. Like,
Yeah.
that there's no subtype or category that we would be familiar
Exactly.
with for that.
I mean,
in a
humans.
meta
Stitched
sense-
together monstrosity.
In the meta sense, the closest thing that I would think would be like a flesh golem.
Same. I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, I
Even
guess
still,
that
like a
kinda
flesh
makes
golem
sense.
is like animated,
But yeah, but
literal
they're big
flesh.
and dumb. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're big
well,
and dumb.
I mean, we
This
don't
guy
we don't
supposedly-
know. I mean, he might be a particularly intelligent. They may have gotten a good, not an Abby normal brain on this one.
It's fair. I suspect that he's probably just some misshapen giant, but I've never seen a beast.
Yeah,
Sign
I'd
that
look
I'm
pretty
looking forward
shocked
to
at
it.
that. Yeah, that is. I mean, I've been in this game a long time. I haven't heard of a creature like that, and I mean, Professor Lorimore never mentioned anything like that. I would imagine that if he knew about it, that would have been something he was interested in.
The abomination is best put out of its misery.
Perhaps so.
Well,
What if it's not in misery?
From that description, I can't imagine any other kind of life.
anything sewn together from corpses would be pretty... Sounds like an abomination to Pharasma, most likely. On the other hand, she has been known to allow her acolytes to animate portions of corpses for her will, so I don't know. I'd like to see.
Well, it's a pretty safe journey from here, north of Tamrivena. I doubt you'll have too much trouble on the road. Just stay away from the woods.
Stay. Which woods? All the woods?
The Shutterwood to the east.
Shutterwood. Why do you say that?
No, there are stories of werewolves and other beasts that stalk the night.
Like the beast.
Yes, I suppose so. She laughs and takes a drink.
Yeah.
Part of me is curious about fighting werewolves. The other part of me is
Yeah.
scared.
Oh
You go
my!
first.
Yeah, we're pretty badass.
I
can
will
see
fall
that.
in behind the cleric.
Yeah.
I know to stay away from werewolf-infested woods. Yes.
Exactly.
I'm gonna kind of stroke my beard and go, I don't know, Plebe, how would you like to arm wrestle a werewolf? Sounds like a romping good time to me.
I find that I'm intrigued by the possibility, but don't know how. Actually, how do werewolves work? Would that be religion or nature?
Either or.
Hey.
Do I know that if I get bitten by a werewolf, I become a werewolf, or is that not in this game?
You know that lycanthropy can be contagious.
I would be intrigued by wrestling with a werewolf, but not want to become a werewolf. High risk, high reward.
Although I will say that now that you mention it, you guys have any silver weapon purveyors in this town? Might not be a bad idea. Reinvest a little bit of that gold.
There we go.
Just in case.
I don't. Well, let me see if. What do you need for the equivalent of silver?
That's what I'm looking at. Maybe magical weapons. No.
Silver weapons light weapons are extra 20 gold. One-handed weapon 90 gold. Two-handed weapon 180 gold.
What about ammo?
Ammo is 2 gold piece per ammo.
2 per shot. Okay.
Yeah.
I can never find this fucking table where you can see what magic
Alchemical
bonuses
silver.
equal what types of weapons.
Oh, +3 is DR over adamantine, +2 is DR over cold iron, +1 is DR over silver.
Where are you finding
Memory?
that? Nice.
It's weird. There's a Masterwork silver dagger. Like, that's a particular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, what?
Silver makes your weapon softer, though, so I think it does less damage or something.
Oh, I'm actually
I think
wrong.
it does -2 to the damage.
This is the table that you're looking for, and I was
Yes,
wrong with the
please.
numbers. It's 3, 4, 5. 3 is cold iron and silver, 4 is adamantine, and 5 is alignment.
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
Sounds good. Okay. So yeah, you can get silver weapons in town if you need them. If you'll excuse me, I should probably turn in for the day. She finishes her drink
Yeah.
and gives you a little curtsy and sees herself out of the bar.
Alrighty then. Yeah, I'd bid farewell to her as she was going.
I'm gonna buy a silver sai.
Yeah, I want to get. Wait, so how do it costs how much? It adds an extra 30 gold. Is that what you said?
I don't think you can change the material of an existing weapon. You'll have to get
Right.
a new weapon.
If you buy
Yeah.
another weapon, a light weapon costs an extra 20 gold. A one-handed weapon or one head of a double weapon is an extra 90 gold. And a two-handed weapon or both heads of a double weapon is an extra 180 gold over the original cost.
Okay. About like a long sword. Fuck, I can't use longsword anyway.
I'm gonna buy like 10 silver arrows.
It's one of those like you're only going to use it when you're fighting something. Also keep in mind too, Zoo has a silver dagger and a shapeshifter bane dagger.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Bring it on, werewolf.
Alex, I don't remember how much it costs, but you might want to consider alchemical silver rather than silver arrows.
They're
the
different?
prices I gave you
I thought they
was
were the same
alchemical
thing.
silver.
Alchemical silver and silver, I think, are the same thing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
alchemical silver is like if you were to take, like you basically take a weapon and then put silver on it.
You like dip it in silver,
Yeah,
right?
while you're making the weapon.
Yeah, you're changing it. I thought, okay, I must be thinking something else. Because I could have sworn there was like you could buy like a vial of alchemical silver and like apply it
You
to
might
a
be
weapon
able
and
to.
make it be temporarily silver.
Maybe there's like a silver solution or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a potion that, or like an
I mean,
elixir.
that
Like a
definitely
silver
sounds
oil?
like a thing. Yeah, Witcher style.
Silver sheen, a shimmering paste-like substance can be applied to a weapon as a standard action. Gives weapons of the properties of alchemical silver for 1 hour, but it costs 250 gold.
Ooh,
Yeah, but that's for
it's
20.
expensive.
Oh wait.
20 units of ammunition or a single weapon for an hour.
That is.
A single weapon.
I'd rather. It's
That's
cheaper to fucking
highly
Just
buy
buy a
silver
weapon. Yeah.
Here's the thing though, like you could buy a vial of silver sheen and apply it to Gabby's greatsword.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
true.
And for
but-
an hour, Gabby's greatsword
For that
counts
one
as a
time
silver.
that you really need to kick
Yeah.
ass with the silver greatsword.
Yeah, but that's
Still a
seems
lot of money, especially
It's
at this
very
point in the
so
game.
much. Yeah. If it were 20 charges, that would make sense. But Jesus, man, that's a fucking lot. Maybe at level 15, that's worth it. If you're going up against
you have that
greater
disposable-
commando fucking alpha werewolves, but
Yeah, it's one.
for
I think
this-
it's designed for later in the game. Like it's a 5th level spell,
yeah,
5th level item. So, like it's meant
That-
for
that
late
seems
game.
nutty.
Like, oh, I need my superpower weapon in order to kill this thing, but it has DR over silver.
yeah, that seems nuts.
Well, the thing is,
Um,
by the time you get to there, you have a +3 weapon and already counts as silver.
Right,
Level 5, you don't have a +3 weapon.
not at level 5, but at level 15 is what he's talking
Yeah.
about.
It's meant for like level 5.
So anyway,
level
you guys can
6.
buy whatever silver weapons you like. I'm gonna say that you guys rest the night, and I want to move you over to the world map so we can continue.
Okay,
Yep. I
I'll
got
figure
ammo,
out what I bought.
So
in a moment.
I'm more than happy to let you guys say that you bought whatever you need as we move forward down the road here. You will need to have it decided before combat or something.
Any encounter, yeah, that's fine.
Actually, can I key strike silver?
I don't know. Maybe?
Should probably look into that. I mean, I bought a silver's eye, so I have it. Good for stabbing. At 7th level, they count as silver. And cold iron. Right now, they just count as magic. Good to know.
So, from the map here, it looks to me like you could get to Courtaud in a day.
Yep, that's about a day.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything happen on our trip?
Let me roll my new D100 to find out.
I'm gonna buy some cold iron arrows too, just because.
It's smart.
It's a
I have cold iron shurikens just for that.
Weapons made of cold iron cost twice much to make as their normal. Okay, so what does ammo cost?
Ammo's
Yeah.
super cheap.
If you're an archer, you're going to be buying all kinds of crazy fucking arrows.
Yep,
There's so many fun ones.
I want an efficient quiver, like
Yeah, I bet.
like whoa.
I believe your journey is uneventful.
Yay!
So, you make it to the small hamlet of Courtaud. You describe what you see as you approach. So, as you approach this little town, you can see that it's sort of nestled in a river valley. It has these big, like, kind of cork-looking towers that look kind of abandoned, and they're sort of sporadically across the hillside. There's like rural farms that are kind of checkering the hills and that area. And then there's a little kind of like a little more suburban area near the river. But it isn't what you would call densely populated.
Okay.
So
Right.
you won't be able to see any of the farms on this map, but just imagine that you're kind of surrounded on all sides by vineyards and pastures and stuff that are just kind of...
A small farming town.
It's like The Witcher 3 in here.
I
That
feel
was a
like
book that I read.
the entire country is like The Witcher 3 in here.
Pretty much.
Sort of. Yeah.
I'm thinking a little bit more Transylvania overall, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Witcher 3 with Transylvania vibe?
Yeah. Like I imagine the sky is like perpetually gray.
Gray and purple.
And-
Like, it doesn't turn
yeah.
shades of blue.
Tall
Yeah.
trees and vaguely gothic architecture.
All the buildings are
Some
constantly
Eastern
silhouettes, no matter what time of day it is,
Oh, God.
Yeah.
or
So,
the position of the sun.
In addition to that, as you get closer, you can see a large cathedral-looking tower at the top of the hill, and it has pharasmic art on its stained glass windows. There's also a couple of wells on the eastern edge of town, which is actually across the river. You don't see those on this map, but they are there. If you want to give me knowledge local, I can give you some more stuff.
That's Wait, +0? I mean, I put a point into it? Why do I have +0 in knowledge local? That's wrong. I have 1 rank in knowledge local?
I'm not surprised that you would do that, so you could just use it.
Yeah, I put 1 rank in knowledge local, so I could use it. Still a 0 modifier.
I mean, you're
Well,
dumb.
Unfortunately,
I mean,
Havelock doesn't know
get him out of the
anything
way
about
early.
this little hamlet. Never heard of it.
Yeah. It's a fucking...
In fact,
This is
Havelock
a
is a little
bad-
surprised to see this village here. He thinks it's supposed to
What
be
the
open
fuck?
road.
Yeah. When did they build this?
I raise my finger to Havelock when he says that. I was like, shush, we're like they can probably hear you.
Hey, when did you build this?
Play face palms, like
You,
really hard.
nobody hears you, but you hear it coming from building 10 up ahead. You hear the sounds of loud laughter and music.
Ooh.
Ooh, probably
like-
a tavern, guys.
I like laughter and music. Those are like 2 of my favorite things.
Yes, so long as there aren't giant blood-sucking creatures coming through the windows.
What does it look like from the outside? Can I, like, hear anything more fine than that?
Yeah, so let me just here.
There is no town here. This is a mirage. A figment of dark magics.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Felix, having some indigestive problems there, huh?
Oh man, I can't find this. Oh, just
Mm-hmm.
there it is.
Back, sorry.
That's right.
Okay, so before you is a single-story wooden building with several shuttered windows. The walls and ceilings are carved with words against evil, but they're not really like intricately designed. They look kind of like they were carved by different people at different times, and it doesn't look like it's an especially wealthy establishment. And hanging kind of cockeyed above the door is a carved wooden sign that has a moon on it with a open, grinning mouth. And beneath that, in common, is the laughing moon.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how creepy does this moon look?
It looks. Let's say it's like a 7. We're talking like Majora's Mask, creepy moon.
Okay.
But all in all, this looks like a pretty divey establishment. But there isn't really a whole lot of other options in the area.
It dives in a small town. Who knew?
Well, shall we?
I enter the establishment.
Okay. Let me get you some. Let me get you some ambiance.
Let's do it.
Well, he sets that up. Last week I bought a Switch. Loving it.
Yeah, they have
There
those at
are-
Menards. They're pretty useful for turning lights on.
There are a lot of ways I can interpret that question. All of them are disturbing.
So you guys enter into this little tavern, and it goes. Surprisingly, your entrance goes completely unnoticed. you get the sense that this place is way more busy than it normally is, and there's a lot of like what look to be adventurers such as yourselves.
Yeah,
scattered
everyone's going
around.
north, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I'm looking to see if there's anything particular drawing anybody's attention.
No, everyone's just kind of in their own little collected groups,
Okay.
kind of keeping to themselves, much like you.
If I wanted to size people up, what would I roll?
Sure. Perception's fine, but yeah.
I want to know if anyone here looks like they could fuck us up.
And he rolled the same roll twice.
Let's see. There is a halfling wearing chainmail with a flail at her hip. She has auburn hair and sharp brown eyes. She has an animal companion. It's a red fire drake. There is a dwarf with her, a male dwarf, who is garbed in cloth and carries a staff. He looks rather like a wizard. He's got a lot of tattoos. He's also a male human fighter. He's got a couple swords at his side and an axe on his back. Across from them, there is an elf wearing a white robe. He has a male halfling sitting at the table with him. So yeah, there's just a whole bunch of random folks.
Guys, I found the point in the game where we can hire mercenary NPCs to fight our battles for us.
Oh god.
That requires diplomacy checks, and let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach one of the tables. Who looks friendliest? Who looks least? I guess everybody looks like they're in a good mood.
Yeah, people are mostly friendly here. Yeah.
I'm gonna approach the halfling with the morning star or the flail on her hip, and I'm gonna say, "Greetings, traveler. Might I ask what you are all doing here? It seems that there are quite a few adventurers in this company."
What? I should presume that we're all heading to the trial. She says it rather loudly and raises her glass, and you get a loud huzzah from around the bar.
Ah. Just for entertainment purposes?
Wait, I'm not sure I understand your question here.
I'm asking why they're all, like, they're just going to the trial just for recreation? Or
Yeah.
what?
Well,
if
it's
you recall,
think like
when we
O.J.
first found out
Simpson
about
trial.
Yeah.
It's like it's a big deal because the beast has been around for years, and there's been tons of killings and crimes attributed to him, and nearly everybody has some stake in watching him be punished.
Okay. The reason that I asked that question is because you mentioned that they look like adventurers.
I guess
Instead
I
of
should.
like travelers.
Yeah. Some of them are adventurers and some of them are travelers. I suppose most of them
Okay.
would be travelers.
It's a medley.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, is there something in this village?
No, I
that
wasn't
they
trying to
were-
imply that there's any
Okay.
kind of like dragon slaying to be done. It's,
Okay. All right.
This isn't Dungeons and Dragons, goddammit.
This is Paths and Finders.
Yeah. Finding paths. Well, I guess I'll see if I can join them and have a drink with them.
Sure, have a seat. And she motions to her friend, who is the dwarf wizard, and he rather boisterously pulls the chair out and whips it around in a circle and then puts it behind you.
Nice. I like your style, friend.
Thank you, sir.
Alex is going to sit down, like, kind of give Havelock the kind of question if it's okay to sit down, because I imagine those two look out of place too, which I think Uslav's majority human. I think so.
Yes.
I think she's
There's-
inclined to sit with the other outcasts.
Oh yeah. Havelock is gonna grab another spare chair and try to do the same move that guy did, like whipping it around for her.
Yeah.
And I'll say, yeah, have a seat, and I'll lean into him and I'll go, let me tell you all the story of my friend here, Ilix Blackbow, and her vanquishing of the phase spider of that last city we were just at. And I'll start recounting the tale.
Okay. Do you have?
Is the face spider? Did the face spider fuck me up? I can't remember.
The face
A
spider
little
fucked
bit.
me up.
But
Okay.
Havelock is doing it. You might be able to tell that Havelock is doing it to make you feel more comfortable.
Oh, okay, I got you.
If you want, I can use my clarinet for emphasis, and I can roll for it.
Jesus.
And I was like, "Come here, you face spider!"
Perfect. Perfect. Love
A
it.
hammer.
And once you guys all sit around the table, a human fighter comes over to join you. It's the one I mentioned earlier. He's got two swords at his side and an axe on his back. And now that he's facing you, he has a rather obvious scar on his right cheek that looks like a rapier got him.
I sign and have my friends translate. What happens here? And I point to his face, or point at my face, like where the scar is.
Oh, just below the eye.
I nod.
Well, I got that from a duel with my university in Lepidstadt.
A duel? Pray tell, friend, what led you to take up arms against one of your fellows?
Well, it's tradition.
It's tradition to duel in Lepidstadt.
It is for the fraternities.
Oh, fuck frat boys.
I don't understand this fraternity.
He starts going on a long tangent and telling you about like how awesome his fight was and everything. And if you give me a knowledge local, I can give you enough to cut him off so he doesn't finish.
While he's going on his rant, I'm signing to Alex, trying to explain what a fraternity is, but like,
Shit.
it doesn't. Like, please, understanding a fraternity is very different because he grew up in a monastery.
Yeah.
So it's like this really weird explanation that is probably not anything close to like a university fraternity.
Ah,
It would be like
Well,
a
it
brotherhood
is
of monks.
a brotherhood of peers. I see.
Yep. He tells you that he is from a brotherhood called Gate Guard, and that the fraternities all, it's a rite of passage, and they all meet each other unarmored south of town on a hill, and they duel their fellows one at a time until cut upon the face. It's called a Lepidstadt scar, and it is held as a mark of pride and prowess, and recognized by duelists throughout the world.
Interesting.
How many
his
how
name
many
is
scars
not
did you
Inigo
give
Montoya.
before you got one?
Oh, at least 16, he says, raising his glass.
Okay. This is what I was training for my whole life.
Oh, yeah, he's for sure feminine. Yeah, he's exaggerating.
Yeah. At least 16. Well, at least you went with a conservative number. I'll kind of raise my eyebrow at him, but I probably am not gonna make a huge issue of it. Everybody seems like they're drunk and happy.
Yeah. You're free to explore the rest of the town if you'd like to. If there's anything else you want to do in the bars.
Is there anything of? I would ask in the bar if there's anything of note to see in the town. I'd like ask the adventurers or travelers, I guess, if they know of anything interesting, any sights to see while we're passing through, any shops we should visit, or people we should see.
There's not much here, but you might stop by the farm stand there and grab some produce. I suppose you might be wanting to say some prayers to your deity.
Ah, yes. Is there a statue
there was a cathedral.
to Pharasma?
Yeah,
or...
there's a cathedral.
Ooh, okay.
Which one's
mean,
the
yeah.
cathedral?
Number 4.
Tiny little
On the hilltop.
Yep. When you came into town, you saw it. It's just basically just like a gray, purplish tower. Nothing too fancy. Pretty simple.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, I'll stop by, pay my respects.
Yeah. Did somebody roll perception for listening to folks inside the bar?
No.
Not yet.
I suppose you're
About to.
sitting with a group, they could probably just tell you. Because I know you guys love your rumors, so I made one for you. This will hopefully won't take you out on a big tangent. So...
I bought a silver heavy mace, by the way.
Okay. Well, they say that we're one lichen down now. They say a lichen hunter passed through about last week and killed the beast known as the Devil in Grey.
The Devil in Grey.
Yes, indeed. A large wolf. Some say he was a lichen once. I think he was probably just a big wolf.
What happened to this traveler afterward?
Well, he sold the pelt, and I think somebody bought it, and they took it to Lepidstadt. I imagine he's there too. I never got his name.
So he's already moved through, killed the beast, and moved along. Do you
Yeah.
know?
I don't know if he actually got it though. Everybody seemed to believe him, but I'm kind of suspicious that he didn't get it. It's a pretty small pelt. You know what, Miss? You don't know me. Okay.
Yeah, you don't know him. Doubting people is hard work.
I like
I
this
believe
guy.
that's your primary function.
He
within
throws
our
an
group.
arm around your shoulder with his mug in hand and kind of spills a little bit on your lap. And he's like,
Okay,
I
don't touch
like
me.
this guy a lot.
Okay, don't touch me though. All right, hey buddy, I like you too. Where was this supposed werewolf slaying at? What location?
Well, I was out in the Shutterwood, is where the monster's from. But I'm not sure that boy. He looked pretty green. I don't think he ever went. Oh, so did your mom last night. I'm not sure where I'm going with that one, but
Yeah, neither are we. Well, enjoy your
In fairness,
beer.
Zoo has literally only just insulted this drunk person. Like, he's
Yeah.
drunk.
he's a happy dude, though.
Seems pretty pleased.
He
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Zoo's just like,
and Zuzu,
fuck your
I
story.
assume you have a drink too. Okay. Right as you sip it the next time, he waves his hand and says, Deroconda. And as soon as you drink it, it tastes like pee.
Classic, buddy.
So
I
it
love
tastes
this
like
guy.
beer. It tastes like medieval beer.
No, it tastes like horse piss.
Boar's Light.
Yeah,
Alright.
horse light.
So strong, medieval.
Oh! Just like your mother.
Aw.
I don't understand these jokes about mothers. Do humans not revere their mothers?
We do. That's the joke.
Ah,
It's the whole thing.
I see. You attack another's mother.
Yeah, it's
Ha.
like. Yeah, she gets it.
Yeah, she does.
You-
And then he
you're
raises his
learning.
cup up, and actually, he doesn't raise his cup up. He fucking like slams it across the table to hit Ilix's because she's not picking it up.
She's probably not even holding it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Hey, just for fun, can he do like? Fuck it, I don't want to do.
What?
I was gonna say he'd do like a dexterity check to see if he doesn't just like splash my mug all over
Oh,
me,
sure.
and then I can do a dex check just to see if I dodge it or whatever, or pull my cup out of the way just in time.
Well, he rolled a 10,
'cause I feel
so
like
I
rolling
think
some dice.
I think he makes it. Yep. I think you catch your cup right as he hits it, so it doesn't fly towards you.
Careful, young man, you'll make a mess.
Plan to. Plan to. So
All right, maybe
I'm just a job creator.
You and
jeez.
Mr. Zorg would have much to speak of.
God damn it.
Well, enjoy your beer, friend. I think we're gonna go pray to Pharasma. Is there supposedly some sort of reward for killing this lichen? This gray thing?
I'm
now,
sure
I
you can
imagine you
find
would have
someone
claimed
to
it.
buy their pelts.
Ah,
Well, as an Inquisitor, I am dedicated to exposing fraudulence. As long as it makes me lots of money. Let's check it out.
Alright. You guys say your prayers. There's not actually a magic shop in this town, but there is a Fletcher and a blacksmith and all that stuff. But I presume you've already bought everything that you would want to buy.
Yep.
So if you'd
Yeah.
like, we can continue on our journey to Lepidstadt, and you can make a return to Courtaud.
Okay.
Cool. Or yeah, we're gonna rest the night here, right?
Yeah.
Yay.
You guys can find a place to sleep either in the cathedral or in the Laughing Moon. And to plea, you and Xenesis are both aware that this cathedral is called the Vellenstair.
Cool. Guys, I'm no longer fucked up with all sorts of negative status debuffs.
Yay!
Alright, back to the combat. Lots of random travel today.
Sorry, I've been kind of quiet.
That's okay.
I've been trying
Masturbating
to
vigorously.
fight. No, I'm trying to fight a pukey feeling that came out of nowhere.
Mm.
The best kind of ones, right?
numbers.
You guys will have to follow the river here. That's where the road goes. So that's about 2 days travel to Lepidstadt, I would say.
1.5, probably.
Yeah.
Get there midday the second day.
Mhm.
Plenty of time to do stuff once we arrive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your first day of travel is uneventful.
First day of travel, we encounter a beast that
so
drains
is
my
your
constitution again.
Second day. You lucky bastards. Nothing happened to you the whole way.
More time for the adventure.
That's true.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys are running.
Is this Shatrith music?
This is also
Mm.
action.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Shat to me.
And you guys actually approach from the west side, because that's where the gate is. Turn off that.
Ilix kind of has a wide-eyed look coming into this town because this is probably the biggest settlement that she's ever been to.
Probably.
So she's
Lepidstadt is quite substantial. I don't know that she can quite well. Yeah, from your vantage point, you can definitely see that it's very much wider than any city you've seen before. I don't think you're aware of just how big it is yet, though.
yeah.
Just
Makes sense.
I'm assuming that we're going to be in Lepidstadt for several days, so while we're here, I'm going to retrain one of my feats.
Oh, okay. As you approach the main gate here, you basically get stopped because there's a rather long line of at least 50 people waiting to get into the city. There is a set of guards that look like wall guard from the time you were in before. I don't remember the name of off the top of my head.
Tamrivena.
Courtaud.
Not Courtaud. Was it Tamrivena that had the?
Yep.
Tamrivena was the one before.
Yep. So there are a few guards. They're checking out people's wagons and making sure that they're not, smuggling shit into the city. That's going to be a problem. Checking everybody for papers if necessary, all that shit. What you
We
guys
got
need?
papers, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got papers to get in here, right?
Papers, please.
Papers, please.
Yeah.
So after 10 minutes or so, well, a little longer, I guess. It takes a little bit, and then you're up to the guard. You guys have a wagon, or are you just on foot or horseback?
We've been
think
on
we're
foot,
just
I
on
think,
foot.
right?
Okay.
On foot.
Yep.
Well,
Lord of
this
the
will be
Rings in it.
easy. Papers?
Give him the papers.
Yeah, I think we've got papers from Professor Lorimore.
No,
From the previous
the
town.
gate guard in Tamrivena.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He eyes you all over, and he looks for a particularly long time at Ilix. And he looks down at the paper again. Yeah, move along. And he hands it back to you.
Sweet. As we pass through the gate, I'm gonna lean over to Plee and I'll go, "Did you notice that they built their gate right around the road, but they don't have any walls around the rest of the town? That seems."
You
Elevation
can tell
perhaps.
that it would be incredibly difficult to get a wagon or any kind of large vehicles into the town. You can certainly enter on foot, but you can tell that they don't really need to worry a whole lot because Lepidstadt sits on a hill, kind of.
Yeah, right. It looks like these are topography lines
Yeah.
indicating like a hill here.
Yeah, it's
Same thing down like
It's
down
on
here.
it's on a pretty substantial hill.
Okay. Well, never mind then.
And the places I imagine where it smooths out is where they have the.
You guys enter the city, and it is already bustling. You are on the edge of town, and there are already people setting up stands, selling goods. People are approaching you, trying to sell you fucking beads and carved wooden
Oh
things.
fuck
that
yeah! I
you don't
want some
need.
beads.
And
It's fucking Mardi Gras in here.
it's a fucking party, man. There is just people everywhere, and this is the edge of town.
I did wonder, have we seen the freak show yet?
You
what were the
have
names?
not seen the Crooked Cannon. For a
That's
while.
sort of what.
I'm gonna lean over to
Hopefully made
Ilix
it.
and I'm gonna go. Just so you know, normally humans aren't quite like this. This is an aberration.
Mm. I say it's all quite a sight. It's almost overwhelming. So much activity.
Yeah, for me as well. But on the other hand, check out these fucking beads I got. These things are fucking nifty. I'm buying some beads. Can I buy them for a
I
gold?
think at this point in the campaign, there's
Yeah.
like a permanent red mark on Plea's forehead from all of the face palming.
Yeah. You probably have like, I think at this point in our friendship, like you have just a permanent fate, like you have a palm print, a perfect palm print of your palm permanently like etched into your forehead.
It's
He
like a
might have
tattoo.
some minor frontal lobe damage from the.
I mean, at this point, I literally can't speak because I've damaged my brain too much.
You're my little linebacker. I love you for it.
These beads are quite beautiful.
Yeah. They look pretty sweet. All right, I'm gonna like I think like Havelock is kind of digging this. Like he spends most of his time like tromping through the countryside investigating suspicious like undead activity, and he doesn't like it. He's done it his whole life because it's like the family business, and like this is happening. Like this is the place. He always like wanted to he probably wanted to go to Lepidstadt, actually. Like, he probably thought it... Actually, he didn't know anything about it, so... I guess he didn't.
And after the distraction of all of the market and everything kind of finishes its hold on you, and you look off into the distance a bit into the circle in the center of town, you can see a very, very large effigy made out of wood. And there is a whole crowd of people around it continuing to pile on wood and fuel.
I'll move closer and examine the effigy.
Okay.
Do I need to roll?
No, you can see it clear as day. I'm just trying to find if there's a specific description. Oh, well, that's lame. It's just a huge figure of wood, roughly man-shaped. It stands in a square. It is... Did I give a height? Fuck it. It's 20 feet tall.
Okay, I've heard about this, guys.
Oh, no, it's 30
cool.
feet tall.
If anybody says, do you want to do some Molly, definitely do it. This is going to be fucking dope.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of Burning Man.
I take my top off.
Where's your hula
He's
hoop?
already getting
You got the hula hoops
Ilix
going on?
does not.
I got beads and a sword. I don't think I have a
He
hula
whips
hoop.
the beads around his arms as he walks
Yeah.
in. Shirtless.
I pull out a pacifier.
And Havelock, since you're from the area and you are an Inquisitor, I'll tell you that you know this is called the Punishing Man.
The Punishing
So it is Birdie
Man.
Mm-hmm.
This is related to the trial?
Convicted criminals are placed within the figure's hollow chest cavity, and the entire structure is set on fire in a public ceremony.
Wow, what a horrible way to take out somebody.
I don't know, man. This is pretty fucking awesome. I'm an Inquisitor dog. This is the
Burn,
mecca
motherfucker.
of fucking like justice. I'm gonna like
Inquisition.
elbow my way closer and ask somebody like, who's in there? Like, what are they up to? Who's getting burned today?
Well, no one yet, but this is for the beast. And there's a loud cheer as
Just
he
getting
says
prepped.
that.
Should probably do the trial first, but yeah, I like where you guys' heads at.
Oh, he'll be found guilty for sure.
What makes them say that?
Because he's the beast.
You heard him? He's the Beast. You ever heard of a cool person that got named the Beast?
I mean, X-Men, but never mind. It's meta at that point.
Yeah, fair point.
Mm.
Well, he killed
Right.
all those. He killed all those children in Herdstag.
Yeah, this
Did they
sounds
prove
like a
that?
different kind of beast. All right,
So,
right on, man. Keep it going.
Where's he being held in the meantime?
Are you asking that, or are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where are they holding him for the trial?
Oh, he's
Yo.
in the basement of the courthouse. Well, there's plenty of witnesses.
Well, this guy's a fucking yokel. He doesn't know shit.
They're all fucking.
That is.
They're all here to celebrate burning the beast. You're not gonna really find You're gonna find the beast's defenders among the crowd. If that's what you're after.
Yeah, we're not in the courtroom.
I'm gonna high five the guy, and then I'm gonna be like, "Let's go check out this courtroom. I want to get a good
Yeah,
look
I
at
was-
this beast."
I was gonna try to use
There's
knowledge
any
logo
more?
to find my way to one. Or I guess I could ask.
Hey, man, right on, dude. Burn the punishing. Where's the courthouse?
Oh, it's over there. He points to the red. It's the gray building on the north side of the circle. It's actually right behind the punishing.
Right there.
Yep.
Word.
Plea devours the courthouse. just
Stomps right through it.
faux foam.
What is this? A town for ants?
I don't know how justice among humans works, but it seems that he's already apparently guilty before this trial.
Well, we aren't too much strangers to the whole immediately condemn someone due to superstition.
Listen, Ilix, when's the last time you met an innocent person in a jail cell, okay? I mean, come on.
A day ago, actually.
Yes.
80 days
Like
ago.
3 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, outliers in every situation. This dude is he's renowned. He's known all over Ustalav as a serial kid murderer.
He's certainly accused of these things, but it's not my place to pass judgment, I suppose.
Well, it is mine.
This is fair.
That's my specialty. Kind of my whole thing.
It just seems strange that there's so much certainty already. But I'm a stranger to these things.
Okay, I will move you guys into the courthouse if that's where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh shit, we have to drop the books off.
We do.
I think it's safe to be caught up in the moment of entering this town.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we supposed to be?
Front steps will be fine.
I assume the front steps.
This lady doesn't make sense to me. She should be.
She flew through a wall.
Shoot!
Sorry, people render slowly in
Why not Zoidberg?
real life.
That's right. So you guys enter the courthouse, and there's actually nobody in here right now. At least not
Except
on
for
this floor.
Xenesis.
Yeah, Xenesis actually has been in this courthouse her whole life.
She teleported into here.
She was born here.
I've been astral
So that
projecting
works.
this whole time. Welcome to my lair.
Any of these doors open or?
You,
Because it looks like Xenesis and Leopold have just decided that they can walk into that room, but
Didn't stop me.
Yeah, I'm not stopping them.
There's beds in here.
But you can move out here because,
this is where you're supposed to be after you enter the first room.
yeah. I
Nah, I
mean,
just kicked down all the doors.
Welcome to the foyer.
there are some places in normal courthouses where you can go, and some places that you can't go.
Well, there are beds here. I'm not really sure what the point of
Which
the
you
beds on
don't
the
know
first
because
floor.
you didn't actually go back there.
That's true.
Too
Oh,
bad.
actually,
Whoa.
Open.
I don't have tokens for these guys, but there's actually a series of guards that I missed.
Yeah, I
Um,
figured there'd probably be people in there
Yeah.
just to keep the
Right.
mob from dragging.
Yes,
the
there were about
monster
4 outside the door, and then like 8 more scattered around inside. But they, yeah. So yeah, you approach the door, and they, yeah, I guess he was talking about it. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, so back outside.
Yep, retcon.
Mm-hmm. Hello, good sirs.
Oh, well, hello there. Enjoying the festivities?
You can say that. Yeah. Check out my beads. Beast beads. I probably put my shirt back. Well,
Well,
nah. Yeah, got a nice.
I think
Curly
before we
chest hair.
approach the courthouse, I would encourage Havelock to put his shirt on.
All right, I put my shirt on. Greetings, sirs. I was wondering. I heard a rumor that the beast is being kept here. Is that so?
yes, sir. He's downstairs.
As an inquisitor of Pharasma, I haven't heard of any beast quite the like of the beast. I have some professional curiosity. I wonder if I might satisfy it. I'd like to enter and examine him.
Well,
Is there someone I could speak to about that?
He wants to enter the beast.
He looks at his friend and then looks back at you and says, "Well, we'd have to ask Judge Jarman."
Be sure to mention, I'd be happy to look at the beast after he was executed, if that were the case. However, I'm gathering that there won't be a whole lot left of him.
Yeah, you can
So
probably
this is
see
sort
the
of my
Burning
one
Man
and
in the
only
distance.
chance.
That's true. After he says Judge Darmit, I will kind of pause here because that name should ring a bell to you.
Is that who we're
Judge
delivering to?
Darmit.
The professor asked you to deliver the mysterious book to Judge Darmit discreetly.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Ah,
we
yes.
should meet with
This presents
person
yes.
privately.
perfect opportunity to do so.
Yes, I would like to meet this Judge Darmit. Tell him,
Her.
tell her, we're very good friends. Tell her that the Inquisitor Havelock has just arrived from Ravencrow.
Professor Lorimer sends his regards.
Don't say that. This is a new friend.
Okay.
This person, she's babbling.
He says, "Oh, why don't you wait here?" He goes inside for about like 10 minutes. Comes back out and says, "Apparently, she's expecting you. Right this way."
Young lad, my reputation precedes me. You ought to get in the know if you're gonna stay in this game. Havelock Swan Song, remember it.
I
That's
assigned to
right,
the
you did
guard
name
who
yourself Swan
most
Song.
likely doesn't understand me, so I'm gonna leave this up to my party members if they want to translate it. But I'm gonna warn the guard that if they're not careful, Havelock will sick the youths on them.
I don't
Those
think it's
churlish
Havelock's
youths.
place to do that.
I'm sure the guards are aware that the churlish youths are indeed to be feared.
Summon churlish
It's
youths.
more a joke to the party, but if someone decides to translate it.
I mean, there are universities here, so there's bound to be churlish youths.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, plenty of.
My Chemical Romance made a song about churlish youths.
I think their discography is about churlish youths.
Yeah.
I think they are the churlish youths.
Mm-hmm.
Well, specifically teenagers. Yep.
That's it.
So when you guys go inside, a guard who looks like he's a little bit more decorated greets you. He says, Good afternoon, travelers. My name is Sergeant Dunn. I will escort you upstairs to speak with Judge Dartmouth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Done and done.
He takes
Should we
you.
put a little star on him?
He takes you to this staircase here. You guys can go up. To sort of the courtroom area.
Oh god, that just looks awful.
I do so.
You guys are off the page.
I didn't say that.
You wouldn't trade us for the world. Well,
the world.
Actually, no, the world. Yeah, you'd be
Yeah.
kind of dumb not to do that.
Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed if you didn't take that trade. Like, what the fuck, man?
Zoo has
Ah.
teleported out of the building.
The phasing
Oh
woman.
god!
Into the nether space in between floors.
Ah, yeah, baby. Phase into my nether space.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's how nerds flirt. Have you entered my veil of shadows?
Okay, there we go.
Crap, there's two of them.
Yep. When you come up here, Judge Starman is speaking with a man who looks a bit like a lawyer.
Okay.
He does.
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that brow before.
Meh.
Papers. Meanwhile, the judge looks totally not at all like a damn fair.
I don't think that Mexicans should be allowed into the country.
That's just my opinion.
Jesus.
We haven't built the wall big enough.
Jesus. Alright, so you guys are in the courtroom. You're struck by the dark oak paneling on the walls, the high vaulted ceiling. There are 3 throne-like chairs with built-in liftings for the presiding justices. The witness stand is directly in front of them. There are 2 polished mahogany desks, one for the defense and one for the prosecution.
So have they just like burned the one for the defense for this particular trial?
No.
They
There's
took it
an
outside and
iron
threw it on the
restraining
fire.
chair with 6 sets of masterwork manacles for the accused.
Shit.
You can tell that it looks out of place, so it's probably specially created for this trial. Behind that,
What are they attached to?
What are you asking? The manacles?
What are the
Fucking
manacles
words.
attached to?
I think
they're
they're like
attached
bindings
to
built into
the
the chair, or-
Yeah, it's
Okay.
restraining. It's an iron restraining chair. with
Okay,
6
that was
sets of
my next
masterwork
question.
manacles.
I assume it's like one of those where they're like half cylinders and they set them down in it and they clamp shut around the
Pretty much.
important parts of the body. Because it's based on the description, this guy sounds like he's probably beastly.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And then there's also
wait, the beast is beastly?
there's also like a gallery that hangs out over the top to the west side. Those spiral staircases go up into the gallery.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys walk into the room, and the lawyer is talking to the judge. He hears your footsteps coming up the stairs, and he stops, so you guys don't actually catch anything what he says. And they just sort of look at you as you walk across the room because it's awkward to yell.
It's also
I
awkward
walk
to
very
stare at
slowly across the room,
someone. Yeah.
like almost
Casually
daring
inch.
them to start talking to me when I'm still far away. Actually, I'm gonna stop back here.
You gotta like
Hello.
emphasize each foot. I was gonna say you should emphasize each footfall like in a dramatic sense, but like
Click,
overdo
click,
it.
click, click,
So-
click, click,
Like
click,
Shatner.
click.
I was gonna be like
The wooden
clomp,
floor.
clomp, like just painfully slow.
Well, you're the one with the professional interest.
I approach
Yeah.
Or are you
at
just
a
waiting for them to
reasonable
engage you?
pace so as not
I-
to be an asshole.
I
But
approach
I-
at a
I
very
reach
slow
them.
pace.
And I cannot talk. So I'm just standing there.
Ilix is
Awkwardly
just
staring back at them.
looking around, trying to divine the purposes of all these furnishings.
All right, I walk over and I say, "Greetings, Judge." Fuck, what's her name?
Dariman.
Darn
That
it.
doesn't seem accurate. Darn it.
Daramid.
Judge Dredd, Judge Felk.
Darn it.
How do you spell that?
I think it's in the notes.
I'm assuming Dharmid.
Daramid.
Darmid.
Okay. Cool.
We know he's important because his pauldrons have gotten bigger than his head.
She.
Oh.
God, what is with all the misgendering in this game?
I haven't heard the first name, and I've seen dudes who look like damn fear women.
I walk up and eventually introduce myself and my companions without going into too much detail about exactly why we're there to see her. And I'll kind of look expectantly at the lawyer-looking fellow.
Oh, hello. I don't believe we've met. I am Gustav Koppel. I will be the defense for the beast. What? Why do you say that?
So you guys got public defenders here, huh?
Now I know why they built the pyre so high.
He kind of gets red in the face at your comment, Xanthem. He looks a little miffed. Well, I never.
I assume he is a public defender.
Xenesis
permission-
once again making excellent impressions.
Permission to
Darmid
treat
will
the NPC as hostile?
Darmid will step forward and say,
Generally, you kill hostile NPCs. Just gonna remind you of that.
Oh, I'm so lightheaded.
"It's all that Burning Man drug."
Yeah, man.
The Molly's kicking in.
It's getting you. I'll lean over to him and I'll say, please excuse my friend here. And I'll just lean over and go, she's on the spectrum.
Well, I am too.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of like professional courtesy or something.
Shit. No. Fuck, I can't even handle this.
Yeah, I threw a curveball at you with this one. I'm not really sure how I expected you to resolve this.
I think he's just going to ignore that comment. And Darmin's going to talk over him here. And she's going to say, who are you? What brings you here to our town? Other than
not quite
the trial, I guess.
Not quite as expected as we were led to believe, I suppose. My name's Havelock Swansong. These are my companions.
Yes. You're from Ravengrove.
Yes, indeed.
I have heard of you. And she kind of gives a flat tone, indicating not to say too much.
Mm-hmm. I'll say, yes, indeed. Our reputations precede us. We were wondering if I have some professional curiosity about examining this beast, which is the only reason I've come here to this courthouse at this very popular time.
Nice. Real subtle.
Yeah, and
Well,
I was
told by I was told by Dr. Crowell that you had a delivery for him at the university. He's been expecting you for some time.
yes, perhaps we ought to stop by there after we leave here.
Oh, very good then. Well, I'm not so sure about all the partying. Are you taking part in the festivities?
As he stands shirtless with beads around his neck.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he convinced me to put my shirt back on. I'm gonna like tuck the beads under my tunic. Yeah. It's my first time in Lepidstadt. I'm sure that I'll partake in some of the festivities, perhaps not all of them. Why do you ask?
Well, I suppose I'm not so sure of the beast's guilt.
Really? We've heard that he was accused that there were multiple witnesses for all kinds of crimes. Well, multiple incidents of the same crime, murder, it seemed to be like that was the main one.
I like to think I have a... I'm sorry. Go ahead, dear. He was speaking
You literally
earlier,
just
and you
insulted
literally
him.
cut him off and insulted him.
Spectrum. Oh, it threw me when you said this, the defense attorney.
Yes. He has a rudimentary sense of language.
Yeah, because the rumor is he's actually some horrifying monstrosity stitched up of, a bunch of different people. We are not sure if that's true or not, but that's what kind of led us here.
Judge Derrimid, could you elaborate? Why do you think the beast might not be guilty of these crimes?
So at that, Gustav is actually going to sort of bow to the judge, and he's going to head down to the basement to talk to his client.
Is the other more star-filled guard around here?
No, you're now alone in the courtroom with the judge.
Good, perfect timing.
What? Oh, yeah.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think I
I'm
was
gonna-
gonna do?
Creeper!
I don't know.
Double check the room and just make sure there were them.
Yes. You don't hear anybody moving around. And Darmid looks at Havelock rather expectantly. Well, do you have it?
I produce the mysterious book, and I hand it to her.
She looks it over and says, yes, this is it. And she hands it back to you and she says, bring it to my townhouse tonight.
You want me to bring it to your... Oh, all right.
I can't take it here. I'll be seen with it.
I see. Very well, then. Where is your townhouse? Just give us... I guess...
She'll kind of jot it down a drawing on the map.
Cool.
I'll show you where you're in. What is that?
Okay.
So thank you very much for bringing that to me. It's going to be very...
Should we have signatures for this to prove we have delivered it?
No, that...
Because, I mean...
That won't be necessary. But I'll tell you this. If you can help me out here, I think that there is a darkness in Lepidstadt. I think there is something else going on here. and I think that they're using the beast as a scapegoat. My gut feeling is rarely wrong about these things, but obviously I am too old to investigate this myself, and everyone in town is absolutely enthralled with the trial and thinks he's guilty, and there's just so much celebration. It's hard to find non-biased parties. So I will say if you can help me out and investigate the beast's crimes, his supposed crimes, I will double what the professor promised you.
Ooh, very well.
I'd be
then.
willing for that.
Yeah, my companions shared your suspicions, though I can't think of any reason why. However, this wouldn't be the first mistaken. What would you call that? Case of mistaken identity or
Imprisonment.
yeah, false imprisonment we've encountered,
Hopefully-
even on our way here.
Hopefully not from my courthouse. But listen, it's
No.
going to be really important that you research this on your own, that you investigate on your own. I can't collaborate with you, and you shouldn't come to me.
I see.
If I
As a judge,
hear
you have to remain objective.
exactly, and if I hear anyone ask me questions about whether or not I know what's going on, I'm going to flat out deny knowing you.
Makes sense. Do you have any idea where we might start our investigations?
Well, you could speak to Gustav when he's cooled off, and you can find out what the beast has claimed to know. As of right now, he has 4 charges. We look here. She opens up
Her Google Doc.
She opens up a little desk drawer and starts looking through a paper. He is accused of a theft at the Lepidstadt University, where he was captured. In the city, or the hamlet rather, of Hergstad, he killed 6 children. In Morast, he killed a number of... in Morast, he stands accused of killing 10 people in the small town of Morast. And he's also accused of burning down the Carb Isle Sanctuary.
Carb Isle Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm. It was a former asylum.
He's been quite a busy fellow.
Yes, indeed. Well, there are witnesses to all 4 crimes.
Are all of these areas within city limits, or are some of them further away?
The university is probably your closest spot. The other 3 are just outside of town.
Could you mark them on our map?
I will give you a map.
Hey.
Ooh. Who are these witnesses?
I cannot tell you that.
All right.
I believe Gustav would know the witnesses.
He would be the man to talk to.
Sounds... All right. I guess that's enough to be going on with. We'll see you tonight.
Sounds good. There's your map.
Okay. So the other closest would be the sanctuary after we check the university.
So
So we're kind of going to be working backwards here.
just to recap, stole something from the university.
Yes. Killed 6 children in Hergstad, 10 people in Morast, and burned down the asylum known as the Carb Isle Sanctuary.
And then was caught in the university. Is that chronological order? He started in Hergstag and then...
I don't know that there is
Any particular order?
yet.
Okay.
Although the university is obviously the most recent.
Yeah,
That's where he's cut.
because it's re-up. Because I was wondering if it had time frames. But I.
We're gonna have to go CSI in this bitch.
And the Carbile sanctuary that burned down resulted in the fiery death of the sanctuary's administrator and all of his patients, and it blinded his assistant, Carl.
Carl.
Carl!
We'll look into it. Rest assured. I've never been wrong yet today.
Okay.
Today.
So if you're agreeing to take up that quest, she's basically promising you 200 platinum to research this.
Hell to the yes.
That was each or total?
Total. Well, actually, let me check
It was
that.
each, wasn't it?
I think it is each.
Thought it was each.
Well, we get something for delivery of the other books, though, right?
Yeah, we would get 100 each if we delivered all the books because it was, I think, 1,000 platinum.
Nope, it was 100 platinum
No,
to each of you,
1,000 gold.
and she's offering to double it to 200 platinum each.
Yeah, okay.
That's a fucking we're doing
So $2
this.
grand each, roughly. Yeah, we're doing it.
It's a magic weapon, boys.
Damn.
Well, that's a pool towards my magic weapon.
Well, that's because you have crazy, weird weapons.
Well, no, it's just it's $6 grand, right?
Well,
It's gonna be.
You have +1 on.
Yep, no, we got +1.
Okay, yeah, that's.
I just
You
got-
already have a magic weapon.
It's an upgrade. Yeah, you already have a magic weapon.
So
So for you, it's 0. And me.
So Gustav comes back upstairs after the judge leaves. He will approach Havelock because he seems to be the most sane.
Hey.
Well, Alex hasn't said anything, so it doesn't count.
And I can't talk.
And might
so.
not be sane.
That's that. I don't know if that's the character so much as the player, though.
A little of both. Low column A, little column B.
Okay, so he'll approach Havelock and he'll say, the judge tells me that you'll be taking up or helping me defend the beast.
We're looking into it, Gustav. Let's not get carried away.
I thought I heard that you said we're for sure gonna do this.
We are for sure
promised
going
to
to look
investigate.
into it. We didn't promise we're going to try to defend the beast. We're trying to get to the bottom. I want the truth, Gustav. The whole truth.
You can't.
Yeah,
No, I'm sorry.
For all intents and purposes, for all intents and purposes, Gustav.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like that's even worse than what Zoo did. Like Zoo
Oh, it
was just like
definitely is.
pointing it out. You're now really making fun of it.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
Well,
I
he,
step up
So
to
he's
him.
just like, you know what? Fuck it. Burn him. I don't give a shit.
Well,
Nothing's
Where are
worth this.
yeah,
The university for this
he's
bullshit.
becoming
Control Z
hostile
that.
for sure.
Wow.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh wow, Zuzu, he seems to calm at your soothing words, and he seems to accept your apology as well. I suppose that makes sense. You've been traveling for some time, and you must be tired.
Yes.
Well, look, I don't doubt that he's guilty, but I really can't find any evidence to support that he's innocent. So maybe if you were to find something, maybe you could present it in court. I'm not the best orator.
I do.
He's literally giving me license to do that.
Oh,
This is licensed. We will
This
do
is
it.
not a country where you need a law degree to practice law.
Also, none of you know this about me. I have a law degree. Havelock has a law degree. Ron Smith does not have a secret law degree.
Swansong Esquire.
Exactly. That would be a hell of a secret. Would be a very expensive joke.
Oh, actually, there is a timeline on these. Gustav will tell you that the beast is being convicted of murder of 10 citizens in the village of Morast a year ago, the slaying of 6 children in the farming community of Herdstad 7 months ago, and the arson attack was 4 months ago.
It's like every 3 months.
Yep. He has interviewed the main witnesses from each of the 3 cases to be discussed at the trial. He thinks their stories are very plausible, but he wants to make sure that justice is done. And he's rather certain that without evidence to defend the beast, he's going to be convicted for sure.
I see. Could you fill us in, Gustav, on these witnesses? I would like to interview them. Personally.
I sign that Havoc is really good at that.
Let me see if...
so did
I think
there was
I
a
think Havelock's
conditional there.
position that what I'm getting is he wants to examine the case himself, not necessarily
Yeah.
like one way would be to like we're trying to defend the beast, and the other way is we're trying to make sure that justice is served.
Yeah, like if you're
I think that
if you're
is
a
what
defense
Havelock's
attorney,
after.
that means if the criminal confesses to you that they are guilty, you still do your best to defend them. Havelock is not doing that. Havelock is trying to independently confirm or deny the defense's theory.
Yeah.
Confirm or what is the...
Yeah, you're right. Confirm or refute.
Confirm or refute. I was like, deny is not it.
He tells you that there are 3 sisters in Herdstad that were witnesses. Their names are Garo, Starly, and Flitched. And I will copy this for you.
Those seem like strange names to Ilix.
Mm-hmm.
They seem like strange names to Plea, and Ilix assures him that they are not common names.
Let me see.
Like Beth and Sue.
Let me see about other witnesses here.
Or Darmid.
Hergstad?
Yep, that's Herdstad. Morast is going to be a village elder named Lasny. He is a grizzled, middle-aged man with dirty gray hair and a skin the color of swamp blood.
Wow, that's great.
Yep.
That's a horrible description. He's
Evocative.
Which one? Lasny, he is from More ass. More ass.
Morass, like quagmire.
Is Morast in a morass?
And then, unsurprisingly, the witness to the burning of the asylum was Carl, the blinded assistant.
I'm sure he's witnessing all sorts of things.
I think he was blinded during the fire.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Did you see anything during the fire? Yes, lots of flames.
Lots of fire.
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 Did you notice anything suspicious? All the flames.
Yeah.
I sat there. Everything was fine. And then everything was on fire and everything was fine. And then I realized that everything wasn't fine. And then I was blind.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Well, Ilix wants to at least see this beast.
Okay.
She's
Gustav,
mostly curious about the whole thing and doesn't have a whole lot of emotional or moral involvement.
Gustav will lead you downstairs into the basement, where there are 6 guards standing around the roof.
I think it's a gigantic everything. Everything.
And when you get downstairs, there is a towering abomination sitting in an iron chair. He is bound with no less than a dozen set of manacles. Stitching holds together his grotesque patchwork of flesh and bone, beast and man. The wires are so taut they look as though they may fly apart at any moment. His mouth is twisted in a permanent sneer, and a shock of lank dark hair clings to his scalp. The creature slumps in his chair, a despondent expression on his monstrous face.
Well then. The rumors are true on that, at least. So I don't have religion checks. I have no idea what he is.
Well, our
Now that
religion
we've
checks
seen him,
don't tell us.
what kind of checks
Yeah.
could like? Obviously, from the stories, we weren't able to surmise anything. But now that we can actually view his person, are we able to figure anything out?
You could try, yeah.
Most I've got
What
is low
kind of rolls?
Religion
Are we
would
talking?
be it for sure.
I will assist on this. Well, shit.
It's
I
not a
probably
good
should
one
assist
from
on that one.
Ilix.
I'll just roll a regular one, or is it too late?
There we go.
Let somebody with better religion than me do it, and then it's us them. I've only got a +4.
Okay, yeah, you can tell he's some kind of flesh golem.
Motherfucker, these rolls, dude.
But he seems unique in that he seems to be sentient. He's looking at you, he's studying you in a way that a flesh golem would not typically do.
I think Ilix is unnerved by that because, like, she's used to seeing all manner of horrible undead thing, but one that doesn't have that empty, vacant expression is very unsettling to her. One that's seems to have a intelligence.
Oh, it's not just a monster that you can kill without thinking about it?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This isn't a zombie or
True.
something like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, I imagine that would make you
Control
feel rather
protections.
conflicted.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I could see with, like, Xenesis and Havelock and Ilix, they might not even Plea, because you all have Pharasma-like backgrounds. Illick's not as much. I think you just have you're like growing up in that southern part of Ustalav, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the forest that I'm from is infested with the undead in various.
The mindless undead.
Yeah.
So like you all come from places
Zombie
where
skeleton schools.
yeah, you guys all come from places where just the mindless undead are just killed in droves, and basically you're taught just to do that all the time. So this is definitely new for you. Like me, since I don't really have any like exposure to anything like this other than the ones we fought. But I do know that something with intelligence and has control over its actions should at least be listened to. Instead of just burned alive.
I would actually, upon seeing this, ask Havelock if he believes that the creature in here is evil.
I thought about that.
I mean,
I don't want to break the. I don't want to break the thing.
well,
I feel like you would do that immediately anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, that was going to be literally the first thing I did, but
I don't
Like, would its construction make it inherently evil just by what it's made out of, rather than its personality?
What I was going to say is that if you just look at something like that, it's hard not to assume something sinister. So I don't know if Havelock would it would just be like a foregone conclusion that it was evil monstrosity that he would even bother.
does
fair.
detect evil even work on flesh golems anyway?
That's a good point. He'd be a construct. He'd be immune to most magic.
Yeah, I think he'd be immune. He might be immune to magic.
Well, I don't know. Like, if it has a personality and sentience, then technically it could have an alignment because it chooses to do what it wants to do.
That's the issue, right? It's like normally constructs would not have any alignment and they'd be immune to magic, but this is like, I feel like for this particular, my sense is that like if I were designing this as like a game maker, that would have to be specifically addressed, similar to Professor Lorimore's face getting smashed because of Speak with Dead. Like this is like clearly like a loophole in this entire situation.
Well, not
I
necessarily.
mean, detecting that it's evil isn't going to prove its innocence.
That's true.
But
So
it
then it'll
might
just be
convince
legwork.
you
Right.
that this might be something worth investing. Because like right now,
Yeah.
our party is like entirely neutral, except for you're convinced that this thing deserves to
Right.
die.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at it. I'll cast Detect Evil on the monster, on the beast. If that's the expression he's making, he sure looks evil.
It burnt my lips off!
He does not register as evil to your mystical evil detecting scopes.
I think my manner is gonna soften a bit at that, and I'll go, He looks menacing enough, but he doesn't detect as evil to me. And I'll say, what is your name, creature? I have to imagine you have some other name besides the Beast of Lepidstadt.
He seems to understand what you're saying. He just shakes his head.
Are you unable to speak?
No name.
No name.
I think that
Seems sad.
would like Ilix would like step back from the bars at it actually talking.
What's up with his right hand?
Well, he's part animal.
Yeah,
Is that like an octopus tentacle
yes.
for a finger? Okay.
Got that Davy
Also
Jones
part-
disease.
He's also part bird person.
Got that Davy Jones arthritis. Your hand doesn't get hard to move. It becomes too movie.
No bone.
Yeah. I'll say, what would you like me to call you?
He sort of turns his head like that's a weird concept.
I sign to have
Call him
luck.
Frank.
Let's call. Yeah, I was gonna say George, but okay. Frank works.
I was gonna say B.
Yeah,
What
how
up, B?
about
BL.
that seems I'm trying to think of like a I was gonna say like Beasley or something, but Beasley seems a little
It's pretty close to Beasley.
Hello, Beasley.
well, that's why I was thinking it might be appropriate. How about Bart? Is that okay with you?
Sure.
All right, Bart. Are you aware of what's happening? You understand why you're down here?
I didn't do it.
There are apparently some witnesses that say that you did.
I didn't do it.
All right. Well, this is
I ask if he knows who did.
No.
What were you doing in the university when they found you?
good question.
Because, I mean, clearly he's not allowed in the university. I don't think people would just let him in the door. So clearly he was there for something.
That's a good,
Regent Scholar.
That's an excellent question.
That's an excellent question.
1 second.
Working on dissertation.
Would not allow me to take out book for thesis. See, I get slime on pages.
Outstanding charges on Bursar.
Right? Isn't it a touch spell? Like you have to
Yeah,
touch
you'd have to get in there and touch him.
Go King Kong.
Truth of telling.
Just hold on here, okay?
Yeah, he's trying to figure out the answer to the previous question already.
Because there is a.
Yeah, true, he
I,
could lie here.
I elbow plea and I'll go, now that is an arm wrestling competitor worthy of your skill, my friend.
That arm looks as big as Plea.
It probably is made of
I
somebody
look at
please size.
Havelock and say, and I'm like, what? I'm like as strong as you, man.
I mean, I'd arm wrestle him.
I might be able to outmaneuver him, but like straight on strength competition, I think he's got me hands down.
Yeah.
So, well, Darp looks that up.
Obviously,
So,
the sign for hands down is like the arm wrestling move to finish someone.
Mhm.
Has anyone here watched Stranger Things?
Yeah.
No
Dude,
spoilers.
I know.
Don't spoil it.
I watched the first season while I was puppy sitting for a friend.
First season's good.
I literally binge watched the entire first season because I was like, it's kind of slow at first, and I hit like episode 3, and I was like, I must watch more. I watched all of it.
Yeah, good show.
It really was.
Okay, I got it. You asked him what he was doing in the university, is that right?
Yes.
We don't know. I mind foggy.
So, has it been explained to me that he is a construct and therefore possibly has the ability to be told to do stuff? He might have sentience, but perhaps he can still be ordered in some way?
You'd need higher religion rolls than your party rolled to know those things.
Motherfucker.
Where were you before your mind became muddy? Because we are aware
He
that
looks up
people
at the
have
ceiling like he's trying to remember something. And he says, Dibblemere Swamp.
Dibblemeyer? Or
It's
Dibblemere?
called Dibblemere.
Dibblemere. Because we know that there have already been people in very recent memory who've been brought under compulsion effects. And it would be reasonable to assume he could also be affected. He's made of men. But he's got the strength of a crowded bus stop full of men, so...
Do you know where
think-
you're from, creature?
He leans back in his seat and kind of stares at the wall. He doesn't answer you.
So I think after we go to the university, we might want to go to Dibblemere Swamp.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Because if he is under some sort of compulsionary effect, proximity to a location has been the main issue here. Every time someone got close to the hag or was seen by the hag, she was capable of taking them over.
Bart, I'm going to work to see if I can get to the bottom of this case, and you don't strike me as an evil creature.
And that means a lot coming from an Inquisitor of Pharasma.
I am an Inquisitor of Pharasma, and yeah, I'm not going to go into I'm not going to go into dissecting his appearance. Your very existence, your very existence is a bit of a mystery to me, and if for no other reason than that, I'd like to figure this out. Any information you could give us about where you're from or why someone might be blaming these crimes on you, that could prove helpful.
I woke up in a university, and I'm very upset, and I smash things. And then mean men bind me and take me here. And now these men laugh at me and taunt me.
I kind of want to ask him about the Whispering Way, but I don't know if I should say it near this defense attorney.
The man barely can speak coherent words, and you want to ask him about a very secret cult?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we know the Whispering Way are a group of necromancers. And this guy's a flesh golem, which is, I believe, a necromantic
he might
thing.
know that somebody made him, but he's not gonna know the name of their secret cult. That's like asking is like, oh, you were summoned by
I
a
was thinking
necromancer.
maybe-
Do you know are they Illuminati?
Well, I was thinking maybe I was going to show him the symbol of them. It was the scarab, right? With the eye on it. It's on one of the... Oh, I have an alarm going off.
Do you remember what happened before you fell asleep and then woke up in the university? Where were you?
He said he was in the swamp.
He was in the swamp?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did anything happen before you fell asleep?
Nothing. No things weird. Things usual.
Which might be strange to us, because he is a flesh golem living in a swamp.
Well, I mean, I guess you're
Have
just a flesh golem.
True.
Been in the swamp a long time or a short time? I guess.
Me there for many months.
Okay. He has a sense of time. And
what's the timetable before the trial goes off, or before we do this trial?
Gustav will answer that question. He will tell you that you have the trial is technically already begun, and you have about 5 days left.
Oof. It's going to take us like 2 days just to get to some of these places.
Yeah.
In fairness,
we're gonna have to get to work.
Most of the the witnesses would all be in town.
And if
I
we
guess
have to
that's
go
it.
somewhere, maybe, getting some horses to cut down on travel
True.
time.
Well,
We could pay for that.
the places you have to go are just outside of town. They're not like a day's journey.
True, but
Okay.
horses would help.
And so the witnesses will actually be in their homes. They will be summoned for the day of trial that they're supposed to be here. They're not going to be in Lepidstadt for the whole deal.
Bart, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Havelock is on the case. And if you really didn't do any of these crimes, you have nothing to worry about. We're gonna get you out of here, buddy.
He he looks like he's trying to smile, but it just looks twisted and
His
grotesque.
face just creaks.
Yeah.
It's just the same face.
It's-
His eyes just
yeah.
look like slightly. He's got less furrow to his brow.
Yeah, just slightly less angry and ominous.
Bart,
They're kind of
if
like
that
the,
is. Go ahead.
I really want somebody to say, Bart, if that is your real name.
I thought that's what he was gonna say.
Bart, how long have you been as you are? Alive?
air quotes.
How far back do your memories go? If you can tell us.
He looks like he looks kind of confused. I don't know that he has a sense of time back that far.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good question, though. Let me see if I can give you something from this perspective.
Well, in the sense that we don't really remember things until we're probably around 3 or 4, but like I can remember, like, oh, I remember this many years ago, and that's probably about as far back as I remember.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figure is he's probably got a very fragmented memory, but he remembers that he was in the swamp for months. So
And that he originally
guess
woke up in the university.
sort of-
I guess I should probably retcon that and say that he used some kind of other reference like moons or something. Because he wouldn't have a concept of human time, really.
Okay, because that's what I was springboarding off of. Is
Yeah.
if he understands that much time,
Yeah.
then maybe
That's
he can tell me.
fair. I didn't mean to mislead you.
Yeah.
Would he be able to
that's
give
fine.
us
That-
seasons,
that's-
winters? Because like that's
I'm not
generally how.
confident he can count that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This guy's got lower int score than me.
So yeah, I think the first place we
I
should
mean,
go.
he's essentially a huge child. Like,
Mhm.
he has the mind of a toddler, basically.
I'm gonna take my beads off and I'm gonna hold them through the bars of the cage. I'm gonna say, Bart, check these out. Maybe this'll give you something to pass the time. Cool sound.
I
Shackled to a
wouldn't
chair.
give him.
Oh, he's
that.
shackled?
Yeah, he's got over a dozen medicals binding him to the chair.
Okay.
He's not very good
Perhaps,
around this, so.
Never mind.
Have luck. Perhaps lace them to the bars. Something for him
Yeah,
to
that's a good
remember.
idea.
A bit of hope.
Yeah. I'm gonna tie these around one of the bars.
Gustav, while you're tying that, Gustav will come up to you and he'll sort of lean over to you and whisper softly, "The guards will probably use that to taunt him."
Bart, I'm gonna need to take these with me. They're very important prayer beads, actually, on second thought.
He pats you on the back and walks away a short distance.
Okay. Yeah, I think the next thing to do will be to go talk to these witnesses. Let's start with Gretchen, Felix, and whatever the fuck the sisters.
Don't you have 100 platinum worth of books to drop off?
Let's go deliver our books. As soon as we finish delivering our books.
Yes, to the university.
Is it nighttime yet, or are we gonna go to Crowley?
I mean, we got here midday.
Okay. Good talking to you, Bart. We'll speak soon, man.
It's going to be fun to have a big flesh golem drinking buddy whenever we've solved this.
Or
Maybe.
more than drinking buddy.
I look at
Whoa!
Ilix and say,
Whoa.
maybe.
Not that. I meant
real
a fucking
life dolls
enforcer, you
much?
goon. What's wrong with you? You fucking mongrel.
You spend too much time with your mom.
Excuse me, it's Mongoloid.
Oh God. Guys can't say shit about me making fun of the stuttering dude now. Also, you guys abandoned a literal mongoloid to die in my game for no reason. So I don't want to hear any shit.
Not
Yeah, but those are
in your
bad
game.
characters. Those are bad. Those are bad guys.
That wasn't a bad guy. He was a hero.
We were bad
are
guys.
bad guys.
Oh
We
yeah,
were
yeah.
the
Your
bad
characters
guys.
are bad.
I feel like
people.
I'm missing something. Is this a game that we missed?
We're talking
Donald. No, Donald in the cave, the retard.
Donald.
Oh shit!
Donald.
He's still
I-
down there. He still expects you guys to come back and save him.
I told the
Every
rats
once
to
in a
kill
while,
him.
they
Like
make
I
him a
literally
peach.
told the rats that live there to
Yeah.
eat him if they wanted him.
Actually, I think I have to force you to like alter your alignment if that's true. Like that's pretty bad. All right. Anyway, yeah, I want to go talk to the witnesses.
And deliver your books, I take it.
I want to go deliver the books and talk to
the
the witnesses.
university. So we have books to deliver there, and then we have one book to deliver at night.
Okay. At this point, it is getting a little later. I'd say it's probably after your questioning of the beast and all your discussion in the courthouse. It's probably somewhere around 4 o'clock now, 4 p.m.
Okay.
Where's the university?
That's a good question.
While you're looking at that, Ilix is going to.
No, I know where the university is,
Oh,
but
okay.
you don't.
I
Hazarding a guess
asked
here, maybe?
a guard.
Oh, sure. Yeah, the university's on the south side of town.
Hey,
I head to the south side of town. Ask another guard.
University.
I was correct. I knew that looked like a campus. I can smell the college debt from here.
And
It does
worthless.
have a European-ish name.
This is like old school European. There's like 10 people there. Because only whatever. If I'm not peeing, you're a peeing.
The European.
Everybody's a peon.
Yeah.
I feel like Bart might be more mature than you guys.
There's only like 12. He'd probably really enjoy our sense of humor.
He'd be like, "Please stop puns now. Give Bart a headache.
Don't understand pun, but one stop.
You all mongrel."
Boyd.
Perhaps one of the bodies he's made up out of is a father, so it's just dad jokes and he's okay with it.
Oh god.
Tickles
love
something
that.
deep inside.
Oh, that was perfect. Okay. So if you guys make your way to the university and just sort of ask around, you'll eventually find your way to the office of Dr. Montagny Crowell.
These books weren't secret, right? It was just the.
Correct.
Oh, he actually looks normal.
I was sure that you were mispronouncing Montaigne. But
Yeah,
nope.
that's kind of what I was
It's
thinking, too.
Montagny.
He drinks champagne.
It's
Champagne.
probably
Juice Champagne.
it's probably like
Dr.
supposed
Montagny
to
likes a champagne.
maybe it's supposed to be like Montaigne or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a mystery to me.
I'm going with
Montagny
Montagny.
or something? Who knows? I think Montagny's fine.
We'll call him Monty just so we don't have to have this
Yeah.
conversation
Monty
anymore.
Crowell. His name is Monty Crowell.
Well, just Dr. Crowell.
I mean, he's just Dr. Crow. Problem solved.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dr. C.
Well, I suppose we should track him down.
Yeah, no, you eventually find your way to his office. He's just sort of chilling at a desk, doing some reading. It's pretty
Yeah.
quiet where he's at.
I would ask him about, or are we delivering the book? Are we just giving him to him? Like, is there anything we need to do?
We just frisbee it into the room.
Yeah, I'll walk in, introduce us, and say, greetings, Dr. Crowell. We have a special delivery for you from Professor Lorimore.
Oh! He
Hello.
he's like quite
Oh,
shocked to have visitors, and he sort of like flails his arms a bit before standing. He's, oh, how rude of me. Yes, hello. And he like brushes down his robes, like he. It's like, yeah. Anyway. So you have my books then.
Yes, we have.
Three
Hold on.
books.
Several.
A book? I loaned that old man 3.
We have 3.
Yeah.
Nope.
He
All
gets
three.
3 books.
No.
An extra
And then
one
she
that
got one,
goes
yeah.
to Judge Stark.
Yep.
So he will take those books off your hands. I'll remove them from your inventory. Yep, they're all here. Serving Your Hunger, The Umber Leaves, and Unverified Madness. Yep, these are my books.
Cool.
I take it you're
Money,
also
please.
here for the trial.
Well, that wasn't the original reason that we came, but yes, we are. We'll stick around for the trial, of course.
Well, I know that they caught the beast here in the university after a small statuette effigy thing was stolen.
Ah, that's
What
what
kind of
sort of
statuette?
What he signed.
Well, I'm not sure why anyone would steal it. It was rather plain. Let me get the description of this thing real quick. It's called the Sea Sage Effigy. It really wasn't valuable, so I'm not sure why anyone would take it. But it depicts. Shit. Where is this?
It depicts shit. It's a poop emoji statuette.
Damn it, Jeff is about to fucking say that.
There it is. It was just sort of like a murky green statuette, and it looked a bit like I don't know. It's like a grotesque monster with lots of writhing tentacles.
Oh God.
Is there a likeness somewhere that I might take a gander at?
No,
And you say that it
I
was.
studied it for some time, and it didn't correlate with any divine beings or worship that I know of.
Had the item been inspected for supernatural qualities?
Oh, I don't believe it had any magic, if that's what you're referring to. I personally believe it to be related to the Dark Tapestry, perhaps. It's just speculation, but it could be related to a creature from that plane.
Yeah.
So some sort
that's
of communication ritual. All right, I probably wouldn't know that. The religious people might know.
You say that this was stolen, not that it was attempting to be stolen. But
Oh, it's
that's what
gone.
the creature, the beast was accused of breaking in here to steal it. Is that right?
That is correct. I don't know what he did with it. Maybe he left it somewhere. I'm sure it'll turn up. It's fairly obvious. People know we're looking for it. And nobody has use for it tentacle monster statue.
He was
Besides
caught
breaking into the
here
university.
in the university, right? Like he didn't leave the university.
Correct. Yes, he was caught here.
Wouldn't
we-
that mean that it's still here in the university?
I've been looking for it.
Which would mean that it's not even been stolen, technically double jeopardy, Your Honor.
That, or perhaps the beast was left here as a
Habeas
cover for the
corpus.
actual crime.
Yeah, either.
Well, I can certainly take you to where he was detained, but I mean, a lot of it's been cleaned up since then. But you can have a look around if you want.
Well, I wonder
I would
who
appreciate it.
actually caught
Yes.
the beast, because we've seen the beast firsthand, and I'm pretty sure that your average town guard wouldn't.
Oh,
be
it took
this
it took
equipped.
several
The
men
beast
to
said
take him
that
down.
several people took him down.
Several mean men. Yes, could you show us this this spot? I'd like to take a
Sure,
look.
yeah. Let's go over to the antiques department. And he closes up his book and sort of picks it up off the desk and saunters over to one of the shelves with kind of a hop in his step that you're not expecting. And he puts the book back, and then he leads you over to the antiques department. Well, the first thing you notice right away is that the door looks like it was recently damaged. It originally had a pretty nice lock on it, but it has it's been like punched through basically. It's a 1-inch thick iron door, and it is currently locked with a makeshift padlock, and really only crude repairs have been made to the door. After you pass through that, there's a simple wooden door leading from the back door of the foyer in the auditorium. It's broken and off of its hinges, and so is the far door leading to the workshop.
I have a quick question. I can't remember, but do we know much about the Dark Tapestry? Or have we encountered that before?
No, you could give me a knowledge roll for it, though.
Yeah,
Okay,
my
I don't know
knowledge
that
is
I
not very
would-
good on it.
Would that be religion?
I think it's planar.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
too.
it sounds right.
We
Wow,
could
what are the
ask.
fucking rolls today?
Let's ask. I'm gonna ask Dr.
But I would
Crow.
also accept like knowledge history. Religion would also work too.
Well, we're all dumb.
Can I?
I'm just gonna ask Dr. Crow if he can give us a brief rundown.
Oh,
I love using other people's knowledge checks.
yes.
Man, we really need a fucking
It's kind
bar.
of what you gotta do. Zuzu has some pretty good knowledge.
Knowledge planes.
Everyone too.
Or religion. Religion also will work.
Or
Do
history.
it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it. I asked Dr. Crowell to explain.
All right, Dr. Crowell is going to explain the Dark Tapestry. Just a second.
Can't tell if he's cutting out or am I cutting out.
I think he is a bit.
Oh, is he having a stroke?
So the Dark Tapestry is the darkness between stars. It is where true madness is believed to live. It is also where legend says the great old ones
Fucking knew it.
called their domain.
Great.
Great.
It's all nonsense, of course, but that's where Cthulhu would live.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you say
I-
it's nonsense, but there is a creature composed of both man and beast flesh residing in the dungeon of the courthouse.
Well,
There
yeah.
is much that I'm willing to believe these days, since before I set out on this journey.
I suppose if
Well,
you were a
friends-
stranger to Ustalav, then this would be new events for you. We're used to this kind of thing.
Yeah. Havelock's ready to retire. Just getting out of
I'd
it,
have
seen
like
it all.
22 or something.
cashing
Like
out now.
super young.
Got a big old pile of gold. I'll be taking my gold, burying it around a farmstead, calling it quits.
For a split second, Clee is like, why would you do this? You're young and in your prime. And then he's like, wait, a farmstead. I could just plant a garden and retire.
Mm-hmm.
And then he considers the idea. It's like, okay, let's do this.
Can live as heterosexual life partners.
So
I mean, we
Havelock,
can find partners.
my
And
suspicion
that.
is this at the moment. The beast was brought here by some other group or power or force used to break in, then whoever controlled him took the item and left, leaving the beast as a scapegoat for the entire incident.
Yeah, I mean, clearly the beast didn't sneak in here from the swamp.
No, that
That's
much is clear.
beyond doubt. So
This
we're
university
dealing with
resides-
some high-level magician able to conjure him here.
And control him, possibly.
Or somebody with knowledge of how to enter the town undetected, perhaps through the
Well,
sewers.
There's not a wall on the south side of town, clearly. It's just a steep hill, which I think a single creature could sneak in, but why would a creature that has the intelligence of a child sneak in and want to steal what is essentially an obscure
He doesn't
statue?
remember it, so
Yeah.
it's not his motive.
Yeah, it's not.
Mhm.
It's clearly not. And then he was left here because I guess his use was used up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's the fall guy. Because who doesn't want to blame the 9-foot tall monster?
Yes. As I said,
much
a
simpler.
perfect scapegoat.
Hmm.
I'm going to point out to my compatriots that if he was the scapegoat, then whoever was controlling him, if he's the scapegoat for all of these crimes, no longer has a use for him.
It's true.
But he can't
Because,
provide any information, apparently.
well, no,
about-
but like that means that their plan, whatever it may be, is nearly completion.
Oh, I agree entirely.
Perhaps. Or perhaps
He's a
they
perfect
just couldn't
scapegoat
use
because
him
he has
for
no
anything
memories
else.
to turn against his users.
Do you
My
suppose
next
even if the
question-
beast had memories that people would believe him?
Nope.
Not
No,
people,
of course not.
but perhaps
But-
us.
It does beg the question. Clearly, whoever created this monster didn't have this purpose in mind, because if so, why would they create a monster and give him a sentience if they just wanted to use him as a brute?
Perhaps the sentience was something unexpected.
Hmm.
I
Or
imagine
perhaps-
creation of such a creature would be very complicated, a slight misstep, and perhaps you have the mind of a child inside the body of a beast.
Makes sense. Well, we'll be taking our gold now.
Case closed.
The gold, the platinum rather, that is bequeathed to you is with Judge Darmid. She will give it to you after you return to her and tell her that you've dropped off the books, and especially with this. And he takes a quill and writes a little note and signs it.
Excellent.
Do you want to look around anymore?
Yeah,
Does he have a
Ilix-
picture of what the statue looked like?
No, there's no photographs.
like a drawing,
It
Yeah,
looks like an
or
old
sketch.
one.
etching, a sketch.
The way you
I'm just
described it
gonna
was
look
like an
around
old one.
Yeah,
the
Ilix
crime
is too,
scene.
because I mean it's been a while, but maybe skilled looking will reveal something that nobody else has seen.
There we go. Those are all pretty solid. Suzu, are you... her computer crashed. She's on her way back in.
Roll 20 can be surprisingly intensive.
Yeah, it can. So while she's going back in, I'll just describe the rest of the room. Let's see. Auditorium contains a 5-foot-deep central area lined with books, tribal fetishes, and curiosities of various sizes. A small stage and a lectern stand in the center of this area, which is edged with a low oak rail and worn smooth from the touch of years of students gazing into the master's lecture room below. The high ceiling and workshop is lined with mostly empty shelves. A trio of great leaded windows looks out over the university lawn. A staggering array of books, scrolls, maps, and curios, yep. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat tonight. Including shrunken heads, tribal masks, and a bit of pottery, lie scattered all over the floor. The room is otherwise crowded with overturned tables, desks, and cabinets. And now that Suzu is back in here, right? You can hear us now, Suzu? Perfect. Ilix. Ilix, you wander near the back door, and with your perception check, you're able to tell that the back door was pretty clearly forced open from the outside. And I will note that you guys would probably want to take notes of anything you think is important throughout this investigation, because it's going to be lengthy.
Okay.
I'll indicate the door to Dr. Crowell and say, "Where does this door lead?"
That's the back door, so it's out onto the. I think so. It's out onto the lawn.
The heath.
Sure.
Does this door show any signs of the beast's attentions? Like, you said it's forced. Does that mean it was punched open by an ogre-sized monster?
Yeah,
or
it does. It does look like it was just brute force, though.
Okay.
By a large creature of some kind.
Okay. So it looks like he came in this way.
Yes, and Havelock, when you're over there with him and he's showing you the door, you find the remains of a fine silver wire and a tiny bell attached to the door.
Does it look like this was created as an alarm?
If you give me a knowledge arcana check, I can tell you if that's true.
I cannot do that.
Zuzu,
Zucan.
save them!
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. And Ilix, why don't you give me a survival check?
I can do survival as well. I will assist Ilix. Well, I don't think I'll have to, but we'll do it anyway.
Knowledge arcana.
Hey.
I thought you had it.
I'm spamming guidance on all of us during this.
So nobody in the party knows anything about magic. Got it.
Nobody.
Guess I'll put a point into that next time.
She has a +2 modifier.
She has high int,
But no point.
But
That's
doesn't-
all it is.
No point in
but
it.
no skills because she's a cleric.
Okay.
Ilix, upon further inspection of the back door, and although several people have passed through here, you are able to very easily discern the tracks of a large, heavy creature in iron-nailed boots coming in through the back door. So
Yes.
that all
Yeah,
but confirms your theory.
Well,
I'm
it's
gonna-
almost certain that he came in through here.
I'm going to take this silver wire and a bell, and I'm going to suggest that we find someone that has some magical aptitude.
Crowl will notice that you're doing that, and he will roll.
Meta, I'm pretty sure that's the components for an alarm spell.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
But you don't know that, and neither does
He doesn't even.
Hmm.
The guy from the
I
University
mean,
of Magic.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Would his like just? I mean, like, I don't know how the alarm system works at Walmart, but I know that we have one, and kind of what the things look like. Would that?
Circumstance bonus for working at the university
Yeah,
where this is
sir.
used.
Yeah.
No, he didn't roll too hot. He doesn't know what that is for.
Dr. Crowl, could you point us to your most competent magical scholar, aside from yourself?
Yeah, certainly.
Dr. Magic expertise, perhaps.
Dr. Scientist.
You guys make it very hard to come up with a name when you're throwing bullshit words at me.
Professor Dr. Scientist.
Professor Dr. Scientist. You know what? I should just do it like they do on Adventure Zone and just fucking roll with it.
Just hit the... Here.
Professor Dr. Scientist it is. It's fine. It's like Captain.
NPC generator is pretty sweet.
Salzmore Cathar is his name.
That's good.
I'm never gonna remember that.
Alright,
I
so
know,
his
I
name...
just made it
nope,
up. I'm not
his
gonna
name is
remember it
Dr.
either.
Salisbury.
There we
Dr.
go.
Salisbury. I like that.
Salisbury works.
Jeez.
We
Yep,
asked
his
Dr. Salisbury
name
about it.
is Agnes Salisbury. There we go.
Good
His
God.
name.
He got picked on in
Alright.
school.
And you blame us for confusing genders sometimes with these fucking wackadoo names you toss at us, and then you throw us a male Agnes.
Adventure Zone had a male
It's like
Agnes.
a male Ruth. I mean,
Did it?
Yeah, little boy Agnes.
nope.
Angus.
That's Angus.
Yeah, whatever.
Very different.
Not to Angus, it isn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Not that it kept him from getting bullied, but...
Anyway, that's who he tells you. Let's see here. There's some other stuff here with perceptions. Jesus, there's a lot of perception shit. Well, nearly everybody notices the smell of beeswax lingering in the air of the auditorium. Ilix, with your survival check, you notice a few scratches on the wooden rail, and you can determine that something heavy landed or fell just below here. It smashed on the rail and then fell down below that.
I look up and I ask Dr. Crowley, or Crowell. I keep wanting to call him Dr. Crowley because of Mr. Crowley and, black magic and stuff like that. I asked him if there was something large, does it look like something fell off a shelf, like from up above? Or that
Hold
the
on.
monster fell?
Don't suppose a dungeoneering check could help out with figuring out.
Actually, Dr. Crowell will be aware that the bell was used as an alarm spell, and it is actually how the beast was caught.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was your question?
I was. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's
Damn
you. Tag.
I was asking if there was something like up on a shelf that looks like it fell, or like something. You said something fell there. So does it look like that's where they apprehended the beast and he fell down, or like something was up high and got knocked off or pushed off?
Yeah, it does look a bit like a pair of iron boot prints.
Okay.
Oh, so like something jumped up on the rail and then jumped down.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
So there was a second person.
Wearing iron boots.
well, I thought the iron boots were the beast.
No, he has no shoes.
He doesn't have
At
shoes.
least in the picture that we have.
No,
Can I
he
remember
does.
if he was wearing? Okay.
They probably took them away from him, but he had them.
Yeah. Good catch.
Giant
Yeah.
boots? Do they look like enormous boots?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what happened to
So
the other door?
Yeah, there
So the
was basically what Dr. Crowell tells you that he remembers happened is that the alarm went off, guards came in about a minute later, and apprehended the beast.
so what was it doing up on the rail?
Handing something out the
we-
window?
Yeah. What is that rail near? Or
The
What's
rail
up there?
would be near the workshop's center window.
So yeah, maybe he passed something to someone up on the roof.
can I examine that window?
You sure can.
Can I go on the roof where that window leads? Is it the roof or the side of the building?
I think it's the side of the
sort
building.
of the side of the building.
All right. I'm going to go out there and do, I guess, a survival check or perception check to see.
Yeah, I'd like to get
And
closer.
see if there's a
I can.
slightly less massive set of boot prints
Yeah.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted a survival check for that, it's the exact same bonus. So I don't know if you wanted perception or survival.
Perception, they're both fine. There
Okay.
are with the 21, I'll give you that you find a very faint set of normal person-sized footprints just outside that center window.
Ooh.
So there was someone here.
And Havelock, with your inspection of the window, you notice that you can open that center window very easily, but the others are rather firmly shut, like they haven't been opened in ages.
Ha. We're on it, boys. I dived through the window,
Yeah, nailed it. That's exactly where the
pursuing this case.
Roll to not tackle Leopold or crush him underneath you.
Yeah, I think we got to follow these tracks and search for clues.
But that
As soon
does
as we deliver this book and I retire.
seem to
Fuck this
indicate,
case.
though, that the beast is guilty here. That he stole the statue.
Yes, but we've also
Yeah.
understood that he doesn't understand why he was there. He has
We also
no real
understand
reason.
that there was an accomplice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also,
That'll help us
I
get
mean,
to
the
the bottom
thing
of
is missing, and like, it's pretty clear to anybody that isn't looking for a scapegoat.
Plus, I
that
feel
Mm-hmm.
breaking
it's
into a
not-
university and taking a tiny statue won't result in
there's
his
no
death.
motivation.
Yeah.
That, I mean, that we can ascertain, and some lesser mind could write that off as him being a monster and us not being able to understand him, why he would do something. But I mean, Occam's razor says that he had help.
Your faith in Pathfinder justice system is astounding.
Oh no, it's not. I don't have any faith in justice system. I think it's clear to us that this is what's going on.
Well,
guess,
in this group, flesh golem lives matter, and we got to chase this case down.
Lives.
Is there
quote,
anything
unquote.
outside that indicates can we investigate further? Are there like tracks that we could roll maybe survival for someone that has good survival?
Mm-hmm.
You won't be able to follow the tracks because as soon
Okay.
as it gets away from the window, it's going to be on the road with all the other.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's thousands of people in this. There's a 4-mile wide city, I think.
It's
Yeah, 4 miles. There's
Man,
no way.
can I detect magic around this scene? Is that?
He could have. Oh, well.
I mean, I don't know. There could be something else left behind.
Well, you said we smell beeswax. Is that a spell component? Does the doctor know what that could be used for?
Dr. Crowell will kind of scratch his chin for a second, and he'll say, "Oh, they probably use that to polish the floors."
Okay.
They've been trying to clean up in here. Obviously, they haven't gotten very far yet, but we use beeswax to polish all of the wood in the university.
It's possible.
So
Can
maybe
you describe again the item that was stolen?
It's a small green
Statuette.
statuette, not valuable or magical.
It's basically the Cthulhu statuette.
Yes.
Okay.
if we go back to the beast, I'd like to see if he was caught inside the building. Let's say just make sure he's got beeswax on his boots. Obviously, his accomplice never came into the building because it was on the outside.
Well,
so there's no way.
I think the evidence here it's very clear that
Pretty
he
conclusive,
was
yeah.
here, especially since he was caught here. So obviously he's gonna have beeswax. I don't feel like that's worthy of
I
the
wonder-
time.
Not gonna tell us much.
Won't tell us anything new. I think our next bet would be to go.
Can I
to
follow
what?
the trail of beeswax throughout the town?
Oh my god,
Can we rent a dog?
a bloodhound.
I really don't know why they
No,
gave me
a
that
bees
clue,
hound.
actually, because it does seem super obvious.
Yeah.
I don't get that one.
If it's not something, it's a pretty big fucking red herring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't have even given you that one, but I didn't realize that it meant basically nothing, so I
I
apologize.
mean, if they're throwing in, false leads to, that's, I get it.
I get why they
That's
would
cool.
do that. They just want to add other elements so we don't know which one to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm focusing on the fucking window.
I'm
And the
impressed
traps.
that you guys caught the window. I really am.
Well, it just seemed like, why would he need, he was caught
Why would he
here,
get up
but
there?
yeah.
Is my question. Why would he go up there?
Also, if the statue's not here and they haven't found it, which it's not like it's a humongous area he didn't have a lot of time. He had 1 minute, and he's huge. It's not like you could sneak anywhere and hide it.
Yeah.
So it has
Sure.
to be gone somewhere.
He didn't get to any other part of the university. He was contained in this room.
Well, this is where he was detained.
Did the
But this is not the same room as the
This was not where he was.
It's
Oh,
the antiques department, I don't think. Hold on.
I
He
have a
came
question
here
for
to the
doctor.
window to hand it out.
okay.
Yes.
I guess I don't have a spatial sense of where we're doing. So we're not in the same room that he broke into initially.
You're in the room. Well, let's see.
This is
He
really
came
weird
through a
without maps.
back door, went to
Yeah.
the antiques department, grabbed it, ran up to the railing,
I thought
handed it out
that
the window.
door was that was the door from the outside into the antiques room.
You're right. It is.
So everything's in the same area.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a bingo.
And so he was apprehended in the same room.
In the antiques department, yes. after smashing the fuck out of everything.
Got it.
Also, Dr.
So,
Krell...
so he did get outside that room and go futz around.
No, he broke in.
Okay.
He handed the statue out the window, so you've surmised.
Yeah.
And then he destroyed everything in the room.
Broke a bunch of shit. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Or possibly he broke a bunch of shit and then handed the statue out the window.
Yes.
The shit was broke
Shit was broke.
when they
Shit
got
broke,
there.
monster had.
Dr. Krell admits that he found the effigy to be fascinating, but it didn't have any value, and he knows it's been part of the department's collection for quite a long time. He doesn't know where the original came from. It's his main disappointment as far as offering you information, because he doesn't know where it came from.
So, do you have any suggestions about who might be interested in such a thing? If we were to assume that it was taken by an outside interested party, who might that be? Has anyone visited the university and shown particular interest in studying the Dark Tapestry?
Has anyone offered to buy it? Perhaps?
No, there's been... I've been the only one studying it at all. And even then...
So you showed interest in it.
Bum, bum, bum! Why would I steal it when I can see it every day?
Or take it and just
Yeah.
walk out and nobody would know. You've got me this time, Dr. C.
Also, I was right the first time. There are actually 3 separate rooms. The thief broke into the back door, then passed through the auditorium on the way to the workshop where the effigy was kept. And that's... no, it's just 2 rooms, and those are both part of the antiques department. So the auditorium is where he was crawling up on the railing to hand something out the window, but the workshop is a little bit farther, and that's where the effigy was.
Okay.
And the way out of the antiques department was the big iron door that was damaged.
Makes sense. So he tried to escape at some point. Detect magic didn't reveal anything, I suppose.
There's minor magic on a few, like, antiques and artifacts and stuff, but
Okay.
nothing out of the ordinary.
I think we've learned all we can learn here, gents.
I did want to ask a question to the doctor.
Sure.
Something because we never really got like a straight answer out of the defense attorney or the beat. What's the earliest known case? Because they said he had 4 charges against him, and we don't really have a timetable from them. Does he know like when the earliest like mention of him was?
We do have a timetable for the offenses that he committed.
The four of them or something?
Yeah.
All within a year.
Okay.
Morest was a year ago. 6 kids in Herstag was 6 months ago. The monastery was 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and then the university was just now.
It was about 3 to 4 months between
each, yeah.
And there's like no mention of him previously.
Those are the crimes he's committed or charged of.
Okay, I do have a rough timeline here. Let's see. Dr. Crowell does remember a historical reference. I think he does. Let's check. Oh yeah, he remembers. He remembers that the earliest mention of a monster known as the Beast of Lepidstadt was out of a book around 4700.
What year? How many years ago was that?
It is currently 4711. Glad you asked.
So it's been about 10, 11 years.
Yeah. maybe a little longer. He's kind of spitballing. He doesn't remember exactly off the top of his head.
So he's been around quite a while.
Yep.
Like, without really hitting the radar too much. So then
Perhaps his
he...
masters moved in secret until now. Perhaps they near the completion of their goal.
True, but if he remembers, the place he's been hiding, there's probably a good amount of stuff there if he's been there for a while.
Perhaps.
Perhaps
His
we'll
sense of
find some
time is
evidence
questionable,
there. True.
but it is a lead.
I wonder, wait. Oh no, he mentioned that he woke up surrounded by angry men. That was when he woke up and got captured in the university, right?
That's when his consciousness returned to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are we done here, or
I think
you
we've
guys.
kind of exhausted most
Seems
questions.
like it.
So we know he has an accomplice.
Yeah.
And that
An
accomplice
accomplice
either
who-
couldn't...
Go ahead.
that accomplice either left him here to be a fall guy, or just couldn't get him out of there in time.
Yeah.
So, there might be the chance the accomplice might try to break him out. Come to think of it, because I mean, he's kind of indispensable if you think about it.
It's been some time though since
Yeah.
they caught him though.
He might
We've been
be waiting for the
traveling
right
for
moment.
over a
Wow.
week and a half to
Yeah.
get here, and we were told of this before we left.
It was
Yeah.
already well known at that point.
So he's been in jail for probably half a month.
Yeah. They
At
could be
least.
mustering resources, but
True.
I think it more
Gotta get
likely
a lot
that
of
they
wood.
abandoned him.
He is a tool
Yeah,
for
I
them.
think that's pretty likely.
So where do we want to go now that we've gone here? Do we want to try the Diplomere Swamp, or do we want to go to...
I mean,
Well,
by this time it's
At
probably
this
nighttime.
point, yeah, it's sundown. It's
Mhm.
time to turn in, and this is also a fantastic place to wrap up the game.
True.
For this session.
Makes sense to me.
I apologize for not being quite as well prepared as I would have liked, but I did just get back from Germany. So.
Still a little...
That was,
There's also a lot of
Germany.
hard questions
Yeah.
to answer.
yeah, it's not like a fight. Like these, where all your stats and everything's just listed right there. It's like a lot of like, and the way that they make these things, like they just put it in a PDF. They don't like give you like a chart with all the stuff. They just
A lot
like
of page flipping.
pepper it throughout like a bunch of different pages.
Yeah,
like
which
a
is
whole
why
bunch of sentences.
In the middle
normally
of
I try
paragraphs,
to
like-
familiarize myself with the details a little bit better so that I don't have to flip around. But there was just a few
Yeah.
things you guys asked that should have been obvious but weren't.
Right.
I didn't prepare
That's
for those. Next
Don't worry
time,
about it, dog.
a little bit rusty too. It's 2 weeks.
Question, was Oktoberfest still going on while you guys were in Germany?
No, we intentionally went after it was over.